So, good evening, everybody. Name's Kaji Sensei, and I have my good friend Nubites here. Longtime friend of the channel, also a very big Gundam fan. So, you want to give a quick intro here, Nu? You're welcome to.
Hi, I'm Nubait. I am everything that Kaji just said. But I am also a Spinosaurus VTuber. I'm a
Yep.
dinosaur. Um, I'm over here because Kaji invited me so we could talk some little bit of Gundam. I wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted to jab about Gundam. It's
Yeah.
been a while since I've done it.
Well, and it's one of those things where I know a lot about Gundam, but my knowledge mostly extends to things up through about 2000. So once you get past Seed Destiny, I kind of am a little lacking in knowledge on the later releases there, other than basic names. Aside from Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt is awesome.
Thunderbolt is awesome. The manga is going crazy right now. I don't know if it's over,
Oh,
but
really?
right now it's crazy. Yeah. I don't know if you'd like me to spoil you something. 'Cause I don't know if they're ever gonna animate it.
Well,
Uh,
I doubt it.
but
Yeah.
right now in the double Zeta, I mean the Thunderbolt, they have reached the double Zeta era.
Okay.
Well, not really the well, yeah, they technically reached the double Zeta. It's weird because apparently they're still like just a couple years after the first 1 year war.
Hmm.
And they've already introduced the Hyakushiki, the Zeta Gundam, the Double Zeta, the Hambrabi, and all of those.
Oh, a whole bunch of classics there.
Yeah, and in a very short period of time, like they're already built and they're just ready to deploy. And it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it kind of makes sense in a way there. 'Cause, I mean, I always kind of think of the Thunderbolt as, Gundam 83, which is, of course, the transition from the original into Zeta, written retroactively. But kind of like 83 with, the soundtrack from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's very funny. As the Thunderbolt is that like alternate timeline,
Hmm.
which technically is kind of connected to the first timeline, and it's weird because it kind of everything's okay for a little bit for the first part of Thunderbolt until they introduced the Atlas on the. Was it seasons for the Thunderbolt or was it? Oh yeah,
Might have been an OVA. I think there was only one season. Like,
yeah. Um, but okay, so first we have the whole the Thunderbolt, the full armor Thunderbolt,
hmm.
which already breaks a little bit of the lore because supposedly during that time the full armor Gundam was only deployed on one side and it was only like one unit.
Right.
And then they come here and we have a much more advanced full armor Gundam with better technology, faster, and
Yeah,
it should not work like that.
that's always the danger when you go adding to things later on. Yeah, it's kind of like my brother's annoyance sometimes with Star Trek series, and they insist on exploring the backstories of things. Is since they're made, 20, 30 years after the original series or more, the original looks dated, but it's fine. And moving to the next generation, things look improved, but it's also supposed to be 100 years in the future. But when you go back, it's like, why do we have better stuff than the original did? You know?
It is very weird when that happens. I don't know if it annoys me, but I kind of appreciate that they want to try and like you know expand on the lore and the technological advancement, but
Yeah,
please hold back a little bit.
it's definitely a balancing act. And some things handle it better than others. For example, one example that annoys me is Games Workshop decides to work this stuff directly into the lore. So instead of just saying, "Hey, you know what? We're increasing the scale of our models here. Um, we're going to." Oh, new is quite quiet. Okay, let me.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
I'm gonna go ahead and raise a limiter on you. So Let's see, one moment. Let's see, filters, limiter, let's change it to...
Hello, testing. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Hello, everyone.
Alright.
Hi, Cat Weasel. How you doing?
Alright, that should allow New to get just about as loud as me, so say hi, New.
Yahoo. Hello.
Okay, so is that any better there, or I can try and maybe turn them up in Discord if needed?
Doing okay. I'm about to go to psychiatrist over here for the first time. Ooh. Oh, it
Volume
didn't
didn't
change. It
change.
didn't change. I
Hmm.
can increase my output volume.
No, I just increased your input here, so...
Oh,
Ah, non,
where's this?
irashaimase, welcome.
Where is this thing? There we go. Can I increase my output? Oh no, I'm already at max output. Never mind.
Yeah, and let's just turn off the limiter, see if that maybe does it.
Hello. Now it changed. Or they just. Oh no, I'm still at the same distance to my mic. My mic is very weird. It's a professional mic, but
Oh, now now
I
now
still
you hear him
cannot.
better? Okay. Yeah, I turned off the limiter on that channel there, so let's see if that fixes it.
Oh, okay. Testing 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Okay, I hear myself better.
Maybe turn myself down and the global volume up, and we can do that. Okay, so that's got me about at just hitting yellow, and it should be about the same as New. Sorry, New, one more time.
Hello, testing 1 2 3. I'm new by a dinosaur.
Yeah, so that looks like we should be about equal now based on the meters there. So does that sound a little better there, Cat?
I hear it the almost the same now.
Okay. Sounds better?
Yep,
Okay,
sounds better.
excellent. So we'll go ahead and leave it there then. Uh, but yeah, as I was saying, yeah, one of the annoying things sometimes, like how Games Workshop decides, hey, we're going to, scale up our minis here, which I don't have anything in reach, of course. I cleaned up the desk earlier. I was like, we're going to go from this size to this size, and instead of just simply resizing the models, it's like we need to explain it in lore, and so they break all kinds of lore, bring back the Primarchs, and say, hey, this miracle occurred, and we now have bigger guys, and new technology that's been hidden for 10,000 years. And it's like, really?
Oh, wait, is that how they introduced the primaries?
That's yes, that's how they did it. Is Call basically worked had like a whole bunch of super soldiers that he designed and kept in a vault basically for that period. And then when Gilliman came back and came to Call, it's like, hey, um
Release the primaries.
exactly, yes.
That's I did not expect that to be the reason to the primaries exist.
Yeah. No, it was
It's
just
kind
to
of
explain the change in the size of the models and everything.
I think it would have been easier to go, oh hey, you know what? We're increasing the scale just a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't mind it, don't mind it. Everything's gonna be the same.
Yep.
Although it is interesting that they try to implement it into the lore. Oh well, they implemented, not they tried. They actually implemented it into the lore.
Indeed.
Some
So,
people are liking it, and some people I've seen people not actually like the primaries. I
yeah.
know
I mean,
maybe I am just too new.
it does break a lot of things, especially lore wise, but also, before it was pretty simple. You had, tactical squads, assault squads, devastator squads, and now you have a whole bunch of specialist squads that don't fit neatly into any of those categories. So it's a very different way of setting up your army from previous editions before it. Which, I mean, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. It allows for more variety and things like that, but it is a very different sort of game at that point.
Oh, okay. I am not very familiar with the game, so I will not speak about the game.
Been looking for that color. Okay. Spent half the afternoon looking for that. um,
Oh,
So, getting to tonight's topic though, so we can start breaking up the brushes. Um, Bandai recently came out with a Gundam card game, and they've got a tabletop game with miniatures that's going to be coming out in November. And as a bit of cross promotion here, when they put out the starter sets of the card games, they also did a set of miniatures for some of the cards in the deck. So, um, I've got about 12 different miniatures here across four different series, and I figured I'd bring a couple of my Gundam loving friends on to chat with and keep things interesting while we do this, and especially for some of the later things, help out. Because, as I mentioned, my knowledge is spotty after Seed comes out. And, well, what we have here is G-Quacks, which I know you've been following this one new, so I'm definitely going to be relying on your expertise here to help fill in. But tonight we've got the G Quacks, we've got the G Fred, and we have the Red Gundam. So, anything we should know going into this new?
Okay, so like I said before, G-Quax and G-Fred are twin units. They are weirdly enough not very Gundam-esque,
Yeah, they kind of
like in the terms
feel
like
more like Evangelion almost, if you know, like Anno
they
designed Gundam.
they do, and I think was Anno involved? I think Anno was involved in G-Quax.
Okay.
Let me do a quick Google search. 'Cause
Yeah, let me go ahead and show some of the models off
I
here.
Anno was involved.
He was. I guess it does explain some of the mecha design then.
Yeah, because okay, blah, 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 blah. I think he actually was it? It did not Chiquax. Oh, based on the evidence from there's no okay. There's no evidence that no,
Okay.
I'm not trying to Chiquax. Quax. Okay, here it is. I heard Hideaki Anno was involved in Chiquax. Blah, 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 blah. No, no, pretty no. He wasn't involved, but there is very Hideaki Anno esque uh, inspiration there, especially when you see the ending
Hmm.
of the series. It really screams, "Oh, this is inspired Eva."
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
I
here's a
don't know
good look at one of the cards here, for
if you
example.
can zoom in the face of the G-Quacks.
Yeah, like right there.
I don't know if you can see that there's a mouth.
Yeah, there sort of is. Yeah.
Or maybe in the other card.
Um. Hmm. Probably shows best on this one here. But yeah, it kind of gives a sense of like Unit One almost.
It does. And the funny thing is that Gfred has the unit two colors, the purple and the green.
Yeah, yeah. Purple and green would be Unit One's colors there, but yeah, you're right. Oh, and
Okay.
it's actually though it's got the stacked eyes, kind of like in Unit Two there. If you,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, unit two was the red one. I forgot.
yeah, yeah. But still, it's got the stacked eyes on each side, like Unit Two has.
Yeah, and also has cat ears. Okay. So Gquax and Gfred, they are very special units. Like everything is centered around them in the anime.
Okay,
Uh, Not in the sense that they feel like very like pro main character but in the sense that they are key to the story,
okay.
much like the unicorn. I don't know if you watched the anime for Unicorn Gundam.
I am familiar with the very basics of it. That's the one with Benager and a full frontal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so G-Quax and G-Fred, they're both capable of using a weapon. I don't know if I can spoil things.
I personally don't object to spoilers here. So, uh, yeah. Uh,
Anyone in chat has seen G-Quax? I don't want to spoil.
let's tell you what. Tell you what. In the interest of being balanced for chat here, um, yeah, let's try and keep G Quack's spoilers to a minimum. Although if something's essential, feel free to put it out there. For
All right, all
earlier
right.
things before that, though, people have had a chance to watch it by now, so don't worry about spoilers on older things. Sound good?
All right, that sounds good. Okay, so G-Quax, G-Fred, they're both kind of like keys, except the G-Quax is not very much used like a key. It is the protagonist mech. Um, it's weird because at some point you're gonna hear Amuro's voice actor actually speak from the G-Quax, and that gives me the understanding that the G-Quax has consciousness. At least that's what I got from that.
Okay.
Or enough about that. Both the G-Quags, the Red Gundam, and the G-Fred have Psychomu technology, which is everything is the Red Gundam's fault. The Red Gundam's fault, and for some reason, the Elmeth. Do you remember the Elmeth
Oh
from
yes.
the? Yeah, okay. Everything is the Elmeth's fault and the Red Gundam's fault.
Uh-huh. So
G-
Lala is still present.
yeah. You know how Lala dies? In the original series, she's killed by
Yes.
Amuro,
Yes.
right? So in this universe, Lala did not die, but instead Amuro actually got to Char,
Okay.
and Lala's sadness made it possible to create another universe, and that's
Okay.
where the universe of the Jiquacs come in. It is a universe where Char gets a hold of the Gundam, and he manages to turn the war on the Federation.
Gotcha. So it's a UCAU basically.
Yep, it is Sion 1, but they also kind of suck at the end because they are not able to. They do not have the economy to sustain the independence of the Spaceoids.
Gotcha.
So that really is no point for them to actually win because everyone's lives is messed up. Anyways, Red Gundam, it kind of does a little thing that like the new Gundam did. It disappeared Char. um, for some reason, there's a thing called the Segnova in the name in the anime.
Hmm.
Um, and it's when the Psychomu receptors of the Red Gundam start resonating with the Elmeth Psychomu,
Okay.
and it kind of blows up and moves. They teleport to another world, and things happen. It is very messy universe traveling stuff because
Okay.
I still don't quite get how it works.
Alright, and hey, Kitty, thank you very much for the follow there. Welcome.
Anyways, moving from that, the Red Gundam, it is probably one of my favorite designs. No, actually, no, I lie. Since the Federation lost the Gundam, at the start of the 1 Year War, um, they could not develop the gym. They could not develop the gun cannon or the gun tank.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, actually, I got mixed up. The one that got developed was the gun cannon. There was no gun tank at all, which is kind of sad because I do like the gun tank. It's a very silly mobile suit.
It's a
It
classic to be
is,
sure.
yeah, it is one of it does not feel very useful, but I still hold some love for the gun tank. Anyways, since there was no gyms at all, the Federation lost everything. But they did develop a second unit to the Gundam, and we actually get to see it in the first episodes of the series. And because this would be the Unit 2, the RX-78-2. We actually get to see the Unit 3, I believe, or the Unit 1. And it is very cool to see them fight. I love the fight of the Gundams. However, the Unit 1 or 2 or 3 still lost to Char because, it's Char. Who's going to
Right.
beat Char if it's not Amuro? But in this universe, apparently there's no Amuro. But we hear Amuro talking from the G-Quacks. So they give up very, very mixed messages of where Amuro is. But it's fine.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Mm, oh yeah, but the whole technological development in JQuacks is kind of um messy in a way because I don't. Okay, so the kind of development that I'm used to is that okay. So here's the Gundam, the RX-78 -2 -1 -2 and -3, right?
Right.
Then there is the one from the spin-offs, the dash 4, 5, and 6 and 7, which are also very obscure units because they're video game only and novel only mobile suits. So
Right.
not a lot of people get access to them. But okay, so the G7 is one of my favorite mobile Gundams ever. It is a beautiful design. It feels classic and modern at the same time, and it is one of my favorite ones to use in Battle Operation 2, which I haven't played in a while. Anyways,
Okay.
moving on from that. That's what I'm used to, okay?
Right.
We get the original Gundams, and then from that, most of the technology stems from them. So here, there's no RX-78 2. There's only a gun cannon. Gun cannon gets mass produced. There's a thing called the what's the name? G-Quanks, G-Quanks, gun cannon. Uh, it is. It is. Google struggles with the GQuacks. Looking. It does. Gundam GQuacks gun cannon. There we go. Okay. GQuacks, and it gets developed into something else. Which, by the way, not much of a spoiler since it's in the very first episodes. The
Mhm.
pilot of this new unit that is based on the gun cannon is Artesia, or
Sayla.
Sailor Mass. Yeah, I forgot her other name.
Yep.
But in this whole universe, since there's no Amuro, I think the pilot may have been chosen is Artesia slash Sailor Mass, which I think is still Sailor Mass in this universe because I mean Char is still Char. That's why she must be Sailor.
Right.
Um, because it's their fake names after they got adopted into a new family. Okay, there it is. The gun cannon got developed into the light type gun cannon,
Hmm.
and I think that was the peak of the Federation development. It is a very nice mobile suit. It just had nice colors. At least Sailor Mass's colors. They have the Gundam's colors,
Okay.
which feels nice. Um, the gun cannon uses the hyper hammer,
Hmm.
the little mace ball thing. Um,
Right. 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 Yeah.
uh huh. Um,
Actually, that weapon got taken out of the movie versions of the original. It was only in the TV series. So.
I do remember that because I don't. They used that weapon against the socks. Those big guys that were Manfio mobile suits. They're like light blue.
Hmm.
They're like a big ass cone. Anyways, moving on from that. That's peak Federation. Meanwhile, Xion got to develop um Red Gundam, which is not technically just the RX-78-2 plain Gundam. It got this will be slightly spoilerish. The Red Gundam has the Psychomu uh pieces,
Okay.
which the Elmeth should have received, and I don't know if this will make sense to people because the Elmeth also exists in this universe, but it was not developed in this universe.
Okay.
Mm, so here comes the whole universe traveling things. Anyways, Red Gundam is much more advanced than the regular Gundam. It uses funnels from the. I don't know if you remember that Elmeth has had like little
The little bits.
funnels, yeah, bits.
Hmm.
Those get equipped in the Red Gundam, and the Red
Okay.
Gundam gets six of them, which
Nice.
Char uses very masterfully because it's Char. Who doesn't love Char? He's an ace pilot, a wonderful pilot. he, anyways, and
I
moving
mean,
on
you're not going
from
to get
the
any
Red Gundam.
argument from me there as a Sasabi fan, so.
Oh, the Sasabi is one of the most beautiful mobile suits I've ever seen. That and the new Gundam are my favorite mobile suits from the Universal Century, aside from the double Zeta, because I like that. I like the chunky double Zeta.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Anyways, um, that's that's the maximum point that the Gundam got developed. From the data that they got from the Red Gundam, the G-Fred and the G-Quacks got developed, which were supposed to be like the next super ace units for Xeon to use. But guess what? The G-Quacks got stolen. There seems to be a theme of Xeon or the Federation not being able to keep their mobile suits very safe
Yes.
and secure, especially in other another timelines like especially Seed. In Seed, they stole literally every single mobile suit they had. And it's not even like, oh, we lost the first was it first 5 units, because it's the duel, the buster, the strike, and there was another one. Okay, so it was, I
Like
think it was four
Justice,
units.
or.
Oh, the justice also got stolen. The freedom got stolen. Um, Akatsuki, no, Akatsuki didn't get stolen. But after that one, the impulse, no, the impulse didn't get stolen. Anyways, moving on from Seed, because I can't really go into talking to that because I don't remember much from Seed.
The big thing I remember
Um,
from Seed is that was the one where they're like, we need to clone all the characters. So, you've got Locus, and you got Mir, you've got Kagali, and you got Stellar. And
yeah, it is. It is not it's a fun series. I don't think I would recommend it as a starting point, but it's a fun series. I enjoyed my time watching it, especially the movie as well. The movie was weird. The one that came out recently. Well, not
okay.
that recently either, a couple of years ago. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah. JFrag, JQuacks got developed. And then there's also the DOMs, which got developed before the Gundam. Oh no, the DOMs, every single mobile suit there got developed using the original Gundam's technology. So everything is much stronger. And
Gotcha.
can put up a fight to the with it can put up a fight against the Gundam. Um,
Okay.
the three stars, the black three stars,
Mm-hmm.
they one of them is dead. They 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 lose their
Oh,
fame.
okay. I was
They
wondering
are,
why I just not seeing MASH in some of the materials. Okay.
yeah. It is kind of sad that we don't get to see a lot of the old pilots, especially since we know that they could very well be alive. But we do get to see Ortega and what
Gaia?
was the name? Gaia. Match is dead. I don't remember when, if it's shown when he gets killed. But anyways, they now fight as oh, I forgot to mention, in the whole JQuack's universe, there's like illegal mobile suit fights. It feels kind of like a real life build fighters. You
Okay.
steal your mobile suit from somewhere and you fight it against someone else's stolen mobile suit or developed mobile suit.
Okay.
And
Kind of feels
that is
like a little bit
exactly
like Gundam X.
honestly, yeah, it is. It is very fun, but also the security in space really isn't doing their job because how can you lose sight of a mobile suit? It's a big robot.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
literally oh.
look at Gundam 83, right? Yeah, I'm the enemy, you idiot.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
but
he might
anyways.
actually have a point.
Oh, but it's fine. It's fine. They have illegal Gundam mobile suit fights, and while they were testing the Jigwags gets stolen and gets put to fight into these illegal fights. And Tion knows where they can find the quacks. Well, not really where they can, but Tion knows that the quacks is active, but they just don't know where to find it. Even though this fight gets like streamed to millions of people,
Okay.
and I don't know. It feels weird knowing that there's a lot of cameras following these mobile suits, but they can't find the quacks.
Yep.
It's fine. It's fine. The protagonist, Mashu, can is probably the only one that can use the quacks appropriately, aside from Nian, which is the other main side character.
Okay.
Which, by the way, since Nian was the other character that can pilot the quacks, she gets taken in by Zion, gets adopted by none other than Kisile Asabi. Yippee! Which is honestly, it was very nice seeing Kisilia. And surprise, surprise, Jiren is also alive. But guess what?
What?
Celia kills him.
Some things never change.
Yeah, some family traditions never change. You know, gotta kill your father, then your brother. Hey,
Yeah.
anyways, Nian pilots the G-Fred, Mashu pilots the Jigwags. The end, it is very iffy in the sense that I really wish they would have given Jigwags more time to develop the story.
Mm.
Um, minds change very quickly in the anime, so you're not very convinced that okay, I don't think you would change your mind that quickly, but I'm just gonna go along with it.
Fair enough.
You have cool mobile suits, so I'm gonna go along with it. Oh, I was talking about technological development. Yippee. We get to see the Dom, which now has three legs. Why three legs? Uh, well, it technically has two. It just has another leg in the back that folds up, which makes you think why doesn't he just have the third leg down so he can have extra maneuverability when it's deployed rather than just trying to boost forward. Mm, it's fine. It's still very cool design. We get to see the oh, I was gonna say we get to see the Gelgoog, but we do not get to see the Gelgoog. The Gelgoog looks like a gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it should not be called a Gelgoog. I hated that about the anime. Let me see if I can Jquax Gelgoog. The Gelgoog looks like a gym. It has nothing to do with a Gelgoog, and that pisses me off because I love the Gelgoog.
Yes.
The Gelgoog is such a
Um,
unique, well, not
It's
fun
a
design.
yeah, it is an iconic design.
But no, they turned it into a gym. But it's fine, I guess. Well, the funny part about the Galgoogie though is that in this universe, it's still a very developed what's the name experimental unit.
Hmm.
It had, from what I understood, it had just been developed by the time we're mid-season, I think.
Okay.
Um, and supposedly it is able to surpass the Gundam, but we still see the G-Quacks beat up the Galgo, which was kind of disappointing, especially considering that a lot of people loved the Galgog's pilot, and the Galgo received a kind of very Suda-esque ending. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of the Suda.
Not right off the top of my head, so feel free to fill me in a bit.
Okay, so during the development of the first mobile suits,
Mm-hmm.
we had the Saku 1, right?
Right.
And the Suda. Um, one was from Psionic Electronics, I think.
Oh, okay. Right.
And the other one was from another company.
Mm-hmm.
And the Suda supposedly was the one to win because it had higher specs, it was faster, it had better armor, and it was a lot more maneuverable than the Saku. But it had
Okay.
one flaw: it would overheat and it would turn you into a ballistic missile. It I think it was called the Saturn engine,
Okay.
which was its the thrusters.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of like if you went over a certain speed limit slash load limit on the Saturn engine, it would keep going until it overheated and it blew up.
Okay.
That was that's the whole reason why the Suda didn't get developed either alongside the Saku or rather or got chosen instead of the Saku. Which honestly, it kind of makes me sad because I do love the Suda. It is a very nice design, especially when it gets redeveloped into the Suda F, which is a more a stable version of the Suda.
Okay.
Um, but it is not mass produced though. It is just an ace unit. Anyways, that's
Kind of
the Suda.
kind
And
of
what
makes
happens with
sense.
a
You
Galgog?
don't want people yeah.
Hmm.
If it's an unstable unit, you don't want to put that in the hands of beginners.
Yeah, especially you don't want to put it in the hands of because at the time Sion was just conscripting every single male and female from their population.
Right.
So everyone was a rookie.
Yep.
And well, the Galgo receives kind of the same ending. Um, it goes too fast. It puts a lot of strain into the pilot. Well, to be honest, the pilot was very crazy. It was doing some kind of weird maneuvers. It had a small wire that it connected into its enemy,
Mm-hmm.
and it would kind of like do harsh turns with it,
Okay.
stressing the frame of the Galgug and stressing the engine of the Galgug. And in the end, um, guess what? The new type wins. Yippee! Anyways, um, well, the Galgug does not really explode because it goes too fast or they put too much load into it. It is it is a shame that that was the only thing that we see of the Galgug. I would have loved to see more because I am a fan of the Galgug design and its variants from the
Mm-hmm.
Marine to the Jaeger, to the Galgug 3. The Galgug 3 is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's a shame that the Galgug looked like a gym and it did not perform like a Galgug. Because at least in the original anime, the way I remember the Galgug was it was the mobile suit to rival the Gundam and that was mass produced.
Yeah.
And seeing Char with a Galgug was actually kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, it was a late war. Beat out the Guyam in the competition there. Much to Makube's disappointment. He was kind of
Yeah,
invested
it
in the Guyam
was.
there.
Oh, funny thing, since you mentioned Makube,
Mm-hmm.
um, so you know how there was a race between choosing the Gyan and the Gelgug,
Right.
or the Gelgug actually. The reason the Gelgug is still experimental is because the one that got mass produced was the Gyan,
Oh.
and that Gyan. I love the design of the Gyan. The Gyan not only looks like a Gyan,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like they did justice to the Gyan because, well, I do not really like the original Gyan design because it
Mm-hmm.
felt um I'm not sure. I wasn't a fan of the head and the whole. Oh, it only has pin missiles on the shield.
Right.
The Gyan looks a lot better in JQuax. It is a wonderful mobile suit. It is a lot more proportionate in a sense.
Okay.
I mean, of course, the Gyan from the original series is like it's an old mobile suit. It has the old Gundam aesthetic. You know,
Right.
big legs, big shoulders, very chunky.
Mm-hmm.
In JQuax, it's a lot more slimmer, and the lance. It does not get a beam sword. It gets a lance and a beam sword, which is very very cool. And we get a ace unit called Gyan Hakuji, which is a white Gyan that feels like a white knight, and it is very cool. I love
Okay.
the Gyan, the white Gyan. Anyways, Gyan got mass produced instead of the Galgok, which is a shame. I'm a Galgok fan.
Yes.
um,
Well, I have met some
uh,
hardcore Gundam fans over the years.
I have not, unfortunately. The only real like I am not a really fan of the Gyan. I am a fan of the Gyan Eos,
Okay.
which is more of what kind of aesthetic would I call this? So instead of the beam sword that it gets,
Mm-hmm.
it gets a lance, a spear, lance slash spear with a beam rifle, and the reason why I like it so much is because Yuma Lightning used it, which is a pilot from the the 1 year war.
Mm-hmm.
It is a blue Gyan. It is I love it. I really like the Gyan Eos, especially because the Gyan Eos got at least the its weapons got integrated into the Gelgook. It is the sister unit of the Gelgook Vertex. I forgot its name. Um, Gelgook. It's not the Jaeger Vertex. Kianos, the Vertex Kianos. Okay, it is. I love that Gelgook. And again, I'm a fan of the Gelgook. I love what it got developed into. And the Gelgook Vertex Kianos uses technology from the Gyan Eos and the Gelgook Regelgook,
Okay.
and it is a very nice mobile suit. Um, I kind of wandered off. What was I talking about earlier? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
technological advancement.
Yeah. You were filling me in on the Zuda, and we kind of got down the rest of the line from there.
Okay, so mobile suits from JQuax, JFred. We have the gun cannon, light type, the Gundam RX 78-1 and the Dash 2, the red Gundam. We have the Gyan, which is a much more beautiful mobile suit now. Um, then we get into the second half of the season. We get introduced to the Hambrabi
Okay.
uh, and the Psycho Gundam, which for the people in chat, the reason they exist is because of the Titans.
Yeah. And
Right?
yeah, the Humberbee in particular was kind of the terror of the second half of the Zeta Gundam.
Yeah, because was it? No, it was not the first, or was it? Was it
It
the first Transformer mobile suit from that's un
might have
that
been,
they?
but I know that Yazan and his crew used that one.
Yeah, because Yasin terrorized the Zeta Gundam.
Yeah.
Uh, that's the whole reason we got the Hyper Mega Launcher Zeta Gundam, because the Zeta Gundam could not keep up anymore with the new modern transformable mobile suits. which it does not. They don't really show that much in the anime. The Zeta can still kick ass in the anime, but supposedly the Hyper Mega Launcher got developed because it could not keep up. They needed higher firepower instead of higher mobility.
Ah.
Anyways, Hamrabi, my favorite mobile suit of all time. It is not a main protagonist mobile suit. It is not an ace unit. It is a mass production unit. It is my favorite mobile suit ever, and it gets such a beautiful redesign. I am a fan of it, and I would love to get a high grade or master grade of it. I don't think we'll ever get a master grade, but a high grade, I would be happy with a high grade.
So
Uh,
yeah,
we get introduced to the Hammerby along with the Psycho Gundam Mark One. I say Mark One as if there was Mark Two, but there's no Mark Two, which would have been cool, but no. And guess who funded these mobile suits? Um, you might be familiar with them.
trying to think of who might have had. I mean, Anaheim comes to mind. Unless they're talking about a
Hmm.
specific individual.
A specific individual, a crazy guy with glasses, very cone shaped head.
Um, Bascom,
Yeah,
head
we
of the
get to see
Titans from
Basking
Zeta.
here, except the Titans don't exist here. They're just a kind of resistance from the Federation that still lingers around in the colonies.
Okay,
Um, there's no Titans, but somehow they managed to develop a mobile armor of mass destruction with Psychomo technology. How they did it, I don't know. I would love to know more about it. I don't know, side stories or something.
right.
But okay. How did we get introduced to the Psycho Gundam and the Hammerby? It's weird because you know how I told you that there's like mobile suit fights.
Right.
There's rules to these mobile suit fights, and the rules are um, you do not have to necessarily have to kill the pilot, and
Have to.
no mobile no mobile armors. We don't get mobile armors. And guess
Okay.
what? Somehow the Psycho Gundam enters the fight as not not really as a mobile suit, but it enters in mobile armor form. You know, the big block of
Right.
whatever the Psycho Gundam should have been able to transform into. I don't know why they turned it into that thing. I'm pretty sure they could have made like a ship or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, a funny thing, the way they smuggled the Psycho Gundam into the colony to fight is they said, "Oh, this is an AC unit."
Yeah. It's definitely going to ventilate
Um,
something. Um,
yeah, it was to ventilate the Kisilia. They really wanted to get Kisilia, but they did not get her. Um, but okay, Psycho Gundam. It had a very cool design. It felt very monster esque. It felt like a kaiju rather than a mobile suit there, especially since supposedly it was capable of flight in a way or levitation, but for some reason it has to cling onto a building to kill Kisilia, and it falls after that.
okay.
There's a lot of things that don't make sense in there. Anyways, my main focus in there was the hand rugby. I love the hand rugby and the action they had. Really sad that we didn't get to see more of it. But very fun things from JQuacks. I really would recommend that you watch it because you're gonna find very funny moments there.
Okay.
Um,
I
yeah,
appreciate a lot of the
Psycho Gundam.
context on there because really wasn't quite sure what it was, to be honest, for the longest time. So,
Yeah, I also wasn't very sure what I was watching. It felt like Anno had a hand in this. I remember rumors of Anno
Yeah,
having a
so
hand
do
in
I.
this. And I don't know why I cannot find the post from that time, but it feels like Evangelion at some point, but not in a bad sense. It was a nice series. They just really needed to give it. I would have been happy with six more episodes to kind of resolve some hard feelings between the characters,
Are they
and it's
going to
fine.
continue it, or is it done?
With the ending that we had, it should be done, but they kind of left it open for a possible second season.
Okay,
Um, because all of the issues from that happened in that season got resolved.
got it.
But guess what? Since the our protagonists are teenage girls, um, they fell in love with a boy that was the pilot of the Red Gundam at some point. But the boy is not from their universe, so they have to go to their universe to meet their loved one. Um, that part kind of felt very off. It felt like I was watching a drama at the end rather than a Gundam series in a way.
Okay, I can see that.
But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I was all in for with Jquags. Uh, but yeah, Jquags is a very fun story. It is, especially the mobile suits. I would love to see more of the mobile suits. I I really love the whole Titans mobile suit development story.
Hmm.
You know how they went from the Mark II to the Varsem, from the Varsem to their transformable mobile suits and that kind of stuff. I love that, and I love that there's I don't know if it's a magazine or I think it is a magazine. They post the development tree of the mobile suits. I would love to see something like that from GQuags.
Okay.
In fact, I would love to see that something like that from every single Gundam series. I am a fan of that. Mm, especially since you get to see how the technology technically uh how do I what's the word got developed into your favorite mobile suit.
Right.
Because at first apparently the Hamburby was supposed to be like just an amphibian transformation pack.
Hmm.
So it was supposed to be attached to another mobile suit and make it capable of being maneuverable underwater.
Oh, did not
And
realize
that
that.
frame somehow got developed into the Hamburby, which is very very cool. I don't know. I just love seeing the sort of the Hammerby and how it contributed to other mobile suits, especially since most of the Titan's development history somehow leads to the new Gundam and the Sasabi.
Yep.
Mm. And as well as the double Zeta, I love it. I'm a fan of development trees. I would love to see from GQuags because it gets very confusing. Um, especially from because every single mobile suit from Xeon got upgraded with data from the Gundam. Mm. So it would be interesting to see how everything got developed and what things didn't get developed because they already had much more advanced data than what they should have had at the time.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
One.
another fun thing that we see at the end.
Hmm.
Um, we get to see a G-Quax version of the Sasabi
Oh.
in, how I'd said that there were alternate universes.
Hmm.
This is one of the universes where Char lived.
Okay.
Other universes, Char ends up dying, but we get to see his mobile suit. We get to see a red Yan, a red Galgug, um, the alternate Quacks Sazabi. Um, I forgot what other mobile suits I see there. But yeah, we get to see a lot of Char mobile suits there, which was very fun, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm. And I remember seeing posts of people actually being very happy that their favorite mobile suits were piloted by Char. Mm. But yeah, that's I think that's my whole thing about Chickwags. It is interesting. I don't know if I wish there would be more. I think there's a spin-off manga
Hmm.
with I don't know if it's another sister unit to the Jayquax and the Jfred,
Okay,
but it feels like a sister unit to the Jayquax and the Jfred. At least from what I've seen. But I don't really know much about it since I really haven't read the manga.
fair enough.
Mm. Oh, and in this universe, Ramba's still alive. Why? Because Amuro is nowhere to be seen.
There's no Zaku
It is
boy.
very nice. It is very nice to see Ramba alive.
Yes, he is one of the better
Mm.
characters.
Mhm. Um, but we don't get to see him much until much later on. Oh, I would have loved to see a goof modified with Gundam technology. What
Yeah,
it would have looked like.
that does sound good.
Mm. Maybe in a spin-off, or maybe it didn't get developed at all. Mm. Because if I remember correctly, the reason the goof exists is um I think he was competing with Sakuhai mobility type, ground type, I think.
Yeah, it was the first attempt to upgrade Zaku.
Hmm. But well, since they had much more advanced technology from the Gundam, I wonder if it actually got developed. Oh, awesome! Fun thing, we get to see the Big Sam mass produced. We get to see four of those big boys. Oh, the Big Sam is so silly. You know what's funny? Every single mobile suit
Hmm.
in there is very different to their counterparts in the UC, but the Big Sam is exactly the same as it is in UC, in main UC. The Big
Okay.
Sam is perfect. It needs no change.
Yeah, I've actually seen that in one of the my brother got kind of got me hooked on a gotcha game here recently. Um, and that's one of the things they had in there is the mass-produced Big Zone with I think it had like four legs on it or something like that. Was the big difference.
Oh no! What's funny here? It is not the mass-produced Big Sam. It is actually a mass-produced Big Sam, like the Big Sam, but mass-produced. Same specs, same shape, same everything. No, it's not different from the Big Sam.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just our old lovable Big Sam there.
Okay.
Such a silly guy. I'm glad we see it there. Oh but yeah, a master of Big Sam from yeah. I remember seeing about this. I remember seeing about the mass produced Big Sam when I was looking through the developmental history of the Titans mobile suit. It is around there. They took a lot of things from the Big Sam.
Well, actually, here's another one that's bringing to mind now. Did they ever do the finished Xeon with the legs?
The Zeong with legs? No, there's no Zeong.
All right.
It's such a shame that there's no Zeong, because the Zeong was made to counter the Gundam,
Right.
to be a much superior unit to the Gundam.
Right.
Um, but guess since we don't have a Gundam, since we don't have that greater enemy, I guess the Xeon was never developed
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
because yeah, the weaponry of the Elmeth, the Psychomo resonator things, got put into the Gundam, and then it got the bits from the Elmeth.
Right.
And honestly, the way it performed, the way I saw it perform, it was there was no need for a Xeon. But it would have been nice to see a Xeon with legs. Mm. as young it legs. I wonder if they'll ever add it to Mosul to Battle Operation.
I would say I have
It would
seen
be
it
good.
appear in a couple of games before, but
Yeah, especially since nowadays, at least Battle Operation is going crazy with the mobiles they're adding.
are they
Yeah, we have a lot of late UC stuff. The Crossbone, the F91.
good series?
Uh,
Well, technically just a movie, but
eh, there's also the Sea Gundam, the Penelope. There's the Messer, which is technically, in a way, a mass-produced new Gundam Sasabine.
that one's
Mm,
from Hathaway's Flash, right?
yep. Which, by the way, Hathaway's Flash, the second movie, I think it already came out in Japan.
Oh, okay.
I am very excited to see what they'll show us in the second movie when it comes out internationally.
Yeah. And I'm City. Thank
Oh,
you very much for dropping in, and we'll get that health and wellness check right away here.
oh, a little bit of water.
A little bit of water, a little bit of stretch. Cracks taco. By the way, Chad, if we I know we've got more Gundam fans here. If anybody has a particular favorite, feel free to drop it in the chat there.
Maybe I have some fun facts about it. Mm, but yeah, I think that's most, if not all, of the things I know about GQuex and the series and all the models in it. Which,
Okay,
by the way, I'm looking at the way you're painting it. It looks really good.
thanks.
Mm.
Yeah, the other one
You
I'm
know,
kind of thinking maybe I should have just primed it white to be honest, 'cause that's the first thing I've done is paint it white all over. And it's gonna be a little tricky there just because of the nature of white paint, but we'll figure it
Mhm.
out. But this one has
That'll be
definitely
fine.
been trying to feel my way through things.
Hmm. I like it. It looks
Thank
really
you.
good. But I was gonna say something. Forgot. Sequence. Oh, yeah. I don't know why Bandai decided to make another like mm, small figures for
Hmm.
Gundam, since they already have a line of small figures, and it was called, I don't, what's Gundam micro figures, or
Yeah,
maybe they were not official. Oops,
uh,
sorry.
I know that back in the day, a long time ago, I had a lot from the MSIA set they did. Um, but I think they discontinued that a long time ago.
Here it is. It is the Gundam Shokugan artifact. There we go. The Gundam artifact. They were like tiny model kits and
Okay.
ultra detailed. Beautiful, beautiful model kits. They had the O, they had the double Zeta. I think they had the what's the name?
Are
I think they
these
had the Faz.
are these kind of like the real grade kits or?
No real grades. They were very tiny figures, almost the size of the ones that you are holding right now.
Okay.
And they were extremely, extremely detailed. The whole reason of Artifact was that they would be figures that would come in like a beige color plastic,
Hmm.
and you would be able to paint them, and
Okay.
you would be able to paint in all of the details of the mobile suit, since it was extremely detailed. I don't know how they did it,
Got it.
because
Yeah.
I'm looking at their selection, and they have the Rick Diaz, they have the High New Gundam, the Violent Custom, the Nightingale, the the S Gundam. Uh, they have some things from Victory Gundam, the Saku 3, the Rick Dom,
Oh.
a full armor Jim, a full armor Gundam, mm, and oh, guess what? They also have Wing Gundam.
Yeah, the Zaku line has always been a personal favorite. So yeah, Zaku 3 is a fun one.
Yeah. Oh, they also had the Tallgeese, the Pallas Athena, the Mark II with the Mega Launcher. Was it Mega Launcher? With the flag
Uh,
unit. I forgot its
oh,
name.
is that the Super Gundam?
That's Super Gundam. Yes. Yes. I thought I had it confused with the Superior Gundam, and I wasn't gonna say Super Gundam, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause the Super Gundam is the Mark II with some enhancements, as I recall.
It has the weird flight unit in the back with the missiles, with the missile pods and the big mega launcher. Um, there's also the Gira Doga, my baby, my one of my other favorite mobile suits, Dio, chunky boy.
Yep. And Yuna's Yakdolga is another personal favorite.
Yeah. Oh, the Jack Dogas. Those are also very beautiful mobile suits. But I don't think we get artifacts from the Jack Dogas. Let me see. Gundam artifact. Artifact. Jack Doga. Oh, there is no Jack Doga. Oh, never mind. I found it. Here it is. They do have the Jack Doga. Um, I know. I know they have the Nightingale. Which are you familiar with the Nightingale?
Yes.
Okay, the bigger Sasabi.
Yep. Kind of the
uh,
side story variant version of it.
mm-hmm. Since they had it, I was hoping they would have the Psycho Doga, the side story version of the Jack Doga.
Right.
But they do not have it, unfortunately. But anyways, that's the Gundam artifact. I wish I could get my hands on the Violent Custom and the Dio and the Double Zeta. Oh my god, I am just seeing another one of the lines. And they also have the Hyakushiki and the Gundam Mark V.
Oh.
Oh, the Gundam Mark V is also one of my favorite moves. Which do you know the Gundam Mark V?
That's a little after my time, I think. But feel
Okay.
free to fill me in, though.
Um, you do know about the what was the name? Oh, Mark V. I forgot its name. Okay, so the Gundam Mark V, again, three units were developed, if I'm correct. And guess what? They get stolen or destroyed.
Nothing to see
And
here.
they get stolen by Xeon. And it gets, with the technology from the Mark V Gundam, it gets the Dove and Wolf. The Dove and Wolf gets developed.
Okay.
It's from Double Zeta, the
Right.
most powerful mass production mobile suit ever.
Yep.
Um, okay, it got developed from the Mark V Gundam. If you see the body build of the Mark V Gundam, you will literally see the Dove and Wolf and where the Dove and Wolf came from.
Okay.
And the Mark V is probably one of my favorite mobile suits as well. I have a lot of favorite mobile suits.
Nothing wrong with
I
that.
I
I mean,
I love Gundam.
you went into architectural design for a reason, after all. So.
Yeah, it is. Oh my god, I did not know there was a Moto Ray custom Gundam Mark V. Mm, oh, yeah, Mark V. Oh, the Mark V is such a pretty design. Also, the Mark IV, and the Mark III, and the Mark II Gundam. I swear, all of the designs of the Gundams, they're so unique, and they still somehow feed into the whole aesthetic of the UC.
Hmm.
Mm, the Mark. Oh, you know what's fun? Fun about one of the Mark. I think it was a Mark IV Gundam.
What's that?
It is that it was only introduced in a novel, I believe, and there was one sketch of it. There was nothing else we knew about this mobile suit.
Hmm.
But guess what? Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2 introduced the Gundam Mark IV into its roster of playable mobile suits, and we got to get a look at a better model of the Gundam Mark IV, and it is very very nice. And
Okay.
just recently, if I'm correct, a new manga series came out, which was starring the Mark IV Gundam, and at least from what I remember being told, it was a mystery story. I think it was called Gundam. What was it? Gundam Werewolf. I think. What was Gundam? Where? Yeah. It was called Mobile Suit Gundam Werewolf, and that's where the Mark IV Gundam should appear again. Oh, where? Oh, well, make its debut as protagonist Gundam.
Okay.
Mm, which, by the way, it also has a very nice design. I really love the whole all of the mobile suits that the Titans came up with. It is such a shame that they had to be destroyed.
Yeah, they tried definitely
Mm,
tried a little bit of literally everything in that period.
genuinely, every single thing that, oh, you know what? What if a mobile suit could fill in this niche? Like I could actually, I don't know, die for 5 seconds.
Almost. I mean, they
Mhm.
literally run some dead people after all. Um,
Oh, but yeah, Gundam Werewolf, introduction of the Gundam Mark IV. And there's also the Mark III Gundam, which was to be the mobile suit that would rival the Zeta Gundam, I think.
mhm.
It was original planned to be a transformable mobile suit, but I don't think that ever actually got developed. There's simulations of the unit, a transformable Mark III Gundam, I think. Mm, but I think that's why it looks so much like a Zeta Gundam, but cooler. I don't know. I feel kind of I like the Zeta Gundam, but I feel like it is overrated as well. I like the Wave Rider more. I like it a lot, but there's way better transformable mobile suits,
Yeah.
and the Mark III Gundam was one of those
Oh, there.
when it could transform.
Yeah. I mean, Zeta Gundam gets a little bit of credit for being the first one. Um, and honestly, if you look at the face of it, it's definitely got one of the more distinctive facial designs across the Gundam series.
It is very sharp. I love the Zeta Gundam face. In fact, I was very excited when they announced the uh, was it the Zeta Gundam Berka a while
What's that?
ago? The Katoki version of the Zeta Gundam,
Oh, okay, okay.
the mobile suit, the mobile suit, the Gunpla.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I really wanted to get it, but then the reviews came on and saying that it was not a very stable kit. I am not that much of a pro to be able to fix a non-stable kit. I already
Yeah.
had a bad experiences with transformable mobile suits with Delta Plus.
Yeah. I had a friend who, last time I did a Gundam themed co-stream with somebody, he was, you know, as a challenge for his channel, they'd met a goal, and so he had to build a real grade Zeta Gundam with toenail clippers.
That is awful. Why would they do that to themselves?
Yep,
Oh no,
he made it.
poor kid.
The heartbreak was at the very end of it when he tried transforming it for the first time, and one of the joints in the legs broke.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
Everything was workable up until then, but then one of the ball joints broke off, and was like, oops.
I would be heartbroken. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, so one of my first Gun Plus that
Mm-hmm.
I ever built was the Delta Plus, which
Okay.
is a mass production mobile suit based on the Hyakushiki,
Mm-hmm.
which is based on the Delta Gundam, which is not a real Gundam because it was only a simulation.
Okay.
Uh, okay, I'm gonna deviate a little bit from what I was talking, but I like the development story of the set of the Zeta and the Delta Gundam
Mm-hmm.
because we get a lot of very interesting mobile suits in there. So apparently, before the Zeta Gundam, we had the Delta Gundam, which
Okay.
was supposedly was gonna be the first transformable mobile suit to be developed, but it had a very weak frame. It did not have the movable frame that the Mark II Gundam had,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why it was never developed because every time it would transform, it would break.
Some things never
And
change.
some things, yeah, never do change. It's like I'm curious as to how they got that far to the Delta Gundam development if they did not have the mobile frame because I think the first transformable mobile that they had was the Metas. Grab high, high.
Hi, Grub. Welcome, welcome.
Oh yeah. Delta Gundam. Um, let's say okay. So the Delta Gundam was never developed, and apparently the I don't know if you remember the episode in Zeta Gundam where Camille was looking at some schematics and he developed the Zeta Gundam supposedly.
Okay.
Okay,
It's been
so
a little while, but I know roughly where you're at.
there's the new type magic. New types apparently know how to design mobile suits
Yes.
and
And it's kind of like,
make everything work.
yeah, it's kind of like Full Metal Panic in that regard.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of like justified in a sense because Camille was going to an engineering school, I think.
Yes,
Um,
something along those lines.
but it is funny how a student was able to complete a state of the art mobile suit using an already built schematic and new technology that was just being introduced into the military. Anyways, moving on from that because Gundam doesn't make sense.
Like, sit back and enjoy the
uh,
explosions. And
yeah,
remember, war is bad.
war's bad, and war never changes. Oh, sorry, wrong series. Okay. So Camille what Camille saw was the schematics of the Delta Gundam, and he somehow implemented the movable frame technology into the Zeta Gundam, and that's how the Zeta Gundam came to be.
What?
Um,
Cool robots. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're doing some Gundam themed models here tonight, and got my friend Newbite on here. Say hello, New.
I know Quav.
Okay,
They're a
yeah.
very special person.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, welcome. Yeah.
Hi, Crab.
So,
I'm talking about robots.
yeah, New's keeping me up to date and informed on things, so I've fallen a little behind.
We might go
Okay.
way back.
Excellent. Well, it's a
Crab's
pleasure to meet you.
Crab says that, but we met like what a couple months ago. But
Okay.
we do go way back to October. Yeah, to October.
Excellent,
Uh,
excellent. Well, thank you for coming over.
I told Crab I would be here. Okay. Okay. The Zeta Gundam got developed there. Delta Gundam never made it. Um, but the Delta Gundam um got developed into. Give me a second. I forgot some names. Delta Gundam. Yeah, here it is. It's the Delta Gundam, which is literally the Hyakushiki, but it can transform. That's the
Okay.
Delta Gundam. Um, the Delta Gundam gets developed into the where is it? Where is it? Bum. There's another side stories where the Delta Gundam gets developed into. I cannot find it. Where is it? Project Zeta. Um, okay. I'm gonna move on from that because I do not remember right now.
No worries.
But since the Delta Gundam was not possible to make, Camille somehow managed to make the Zeta Gundam. There, that's where the Project Zeta gets is born, right?
Okay.
Or I think the Project Zeta was no, yeah, Project Zeta was the Delta Gundam and all of its lineage, along with the Zeta Gundam. And if I'm correct, okay, Delta Gundam, okay, it cannot transform. Okay, we're gonna make you so that you're gonna be a mobile suit that cannot transform, but it can last 100 years. That's where the name came from. Hyakushiki
Oh, I see.
is the mobile suit that's supposed to last 100 years,
I see. I
but
see. I did
it
not
gets
know that.
quickly outmatched later in the season. But to be fair, along with Quattro Vaginas, um, piloting skills, the Hyakushiki was indeed a very powerful mobile suit. I do remember seeing the fight of the Hyakushiki against the Cubili and the Dio,
Mhm.
which were heavy hitters. They were um, the most advanced mobile suits at the time of the series. Um, so seeing Quattro handle himself against those mobile suits definitely says a lot about the Hyakushiki and what the Delta Gundam could have been.
Yes.
Because I would imagine if Quattro had the Delta Gundam, the fight would have gone a little bit different. Definitely not a win, definitely, but he definitely wouldn't have to go MIA after that. But okay, Hyakushiki is developed. So okay, we have the data from the Delta Gundam, but we still want to use it. The Hyakushiki was a success. Okay, we're gonna redevelop the Hyakushiki into the mass production Hyakushiki type.
Okay.
Um, nice mobile suit. It was not very effective. It was not the Hyakushiki. It was a mass production unit. They really chipped out on a lot of stuff of things in the Hyakushiki mass production development. Um, okay, you know what? We still need more mobile suits. We're gonna redevelop the Hyakushiki mass production type into the Hyakushiki mass production ground type. Um, if I remember correctly, in the series that the Hyakushiki mass production ground type comes out, uh, we get a glimpse of a Sasabi ground type.
Interesting, considering they were designed explicitly as space units there.
Uh huh.
They,
And supposedly the Sasabi was gonna be like Char's mobile suit.
right.
Why do we have a ground type? I have no idea, but I'm all in for a new Sasabi.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's kind of it's one of those things though where you're sitting here wondering how the physics and all are going to work on that because they were designed with the idea that no gravity, you don't have to support things. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Anyways, um, Hyakushiki gets its mass production units. La la la.
Hmm.
We want transformable mobile suits. From the Zeta project, the Zeta Gundam was born. The the Mythos was born from another mobile suit, but do you remember the Mythos? It was the
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah. Fa flew that one.
little yellow bug.
Yeah, the other gold suit.
Hmm. When does a Megazord come into the Gundam continuity? There's no Megazord here, Crab. Be careful, you're gonna people. There's no Megazord. There's some people that will get offended. Also, to the people in chat, all of the lore that I have in my mind is very old in a way, and it is very mixed up because I saw it a long time ago. So if I get anything wrong, please feel free to correct me. Because I'm always down to learn more about mobile suits.
Absolutely.
What about the current Lagan? The current Lagan is also not from Gundam. It is not called a Gundam Lagan. Uh,
What about Gunbuster though?
it is also not a Gundam. It is Gunbuster, not Gundam. Oh, but yeah, we need more transformable mobile suits. What are we gonna do about it? Methods gets developed into the Rizal, I believe, and the Rizal Defender type, I think, which are the transformable mobile suits we see around in Unicorn Gundam.
Okay.
Uh, mhm. I don't know if you remember very big transformable mobile suits with like a lot of missiles and big cannons.
And that
But
covers a lot of territory.
yeah. Anyways, you see them around. You see them
Okay.
around very often. Those get developed from the Zeta 2 Gundam. Well, not really Zeta 2 Gundam. It just got called the Zeta 2. It was not a Gundam. It is one of the situations where it is a Gundam and it is not a Gundam as well. The Zeta Gundam, we need to make it cheaper and we needed to make it more accessible. What do? We take the frame from the Mythos and we put it in the Zeta. And that's how the Zeta 2 came to be. And
Okay.
from the Zeta 2, the resale came to be. Okay, these mobile suits are good, but they also kind of suck. They are too slow. What can we do about it? Okay, there's this old project from before that it was the Delta Gundam. It was always a simulation. We did not have that technology to actually achieve it. So I think we can use that, right? Okay, yeah, we can use that. We have the data from the Hyakushiki, which was a very successful mobile suit to the point where it had its mass produced units. Um, so we're gonna develop a mobile suit based on the technology on the Delta Gundam, and that's how the Delta Plus came to be. An 8 unit, very expensive, fast transformable mobile suit that could rival the Zeta Gundam.
Okay.
But at the time it got developed, well, the Zeta Gundam was already outclassed by absolutely everything. If you wanted to compete with the Zeta Gundam, well, you already won. Most of the mobile suits that came during the the double Zeta era and late Zeta, everything could compete with the Zeta Gundam. That's why we have the Hyper Mega Launcher. Big
Right.
gun. Anyways, okay. Delta Gundam gets developed. It does not get deployed because one, it's expensive to make. Two, everything already outclasses the Zeta Gundam and therefore outclasses the Delta Gundam and therefore outclasses the Delta Plus. But somehow it is still a very usable mobile suit. We just have to find an ace pilot for it. So of very few units we have developed from what I remember. And one of them gets is given to what was the name of the unit? Um, blah, 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 the I forgot the name of the unit that name. Okay, the one that Bright commanded,
Oh, the ship, you
the
mean?
Londo Bell.
Oh, the Rock Island?
Londo Bell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so the Londo Bell is a special unit force, and I think it was not given to Londo Bell because it was too strong. But one of the pilots from Unicorn Gundam gets the Delta Plus. Uh, he is the guy who later becomes the pilot of the Banshee.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Um, but he proves that the Delta Plus is actually a very good mobile suit. Okay, for real though, what Gundam continuity is this? It sounds pretty interesting. This is from I'm talking right now from Universal Century Gundam. I'm talking for the development of the Delta Gundam, which is from Zeta Gundam all the way to Charge Counterattack, and technically Hathaway's Flash. There's some stuff from from the Zeta project in Hathaway's Flash. Um, but yeah, that's how the Delta Plus came to be. Which, by the way, it is it is a nice master grade, the one that I have, one of my
Mm-hmm.
first master grades ever, which was what I was trying to come to. I got a little too excited over there. Um, But there's one simple, very, very small issue that becomes a big, big issue if you mess it up.
And what's that?
So the pilot cockpit, right?
Right.
It is only joined to the main mobile suit through a very small piece that breaks or gets lost. In my case, it got lost.
Ooh.
So I have a Delta Plus that looks very nice, but it has the cockpit literally hanging out inside the mobile suit without it being attached to it. If I were to grab that Delta Plus, the cockpit will fall and its legs will fall.
Ouch. Yeah, that's a little tricky there.
Yeah, but my Delta Plus is it's just there. It is a cool transformable mobile suit. Mm, but I cannot transform it because I also do not have the cockpit that it is one of the important pieces to transform it as well. So there's no way for me to actually have it either as a Wave Rider mode or as a mobile suit. Well, I can have it as a mobile suit. It just I cannot just handle
Right.
it, but I cannot display it as a Wave Rider mode, which was what I wanted to do. But
Gotcha.
it's okay. It's there in my shelf. It looks pretty. That's enough. Um, but yeah, the whole Zeta project is actually very interesting. I love how they jump from the Zeta Gundam to the double Zeta, because as I've said already many times, the Zeta Gundam was already outclassed in later season in the late season of Zeta Gundam. Um, Everything could beat it, so they needed higher firepower. So the concept of the Zeta double Zeta Gundam came to be a much more powerful mobile suit that needed three core. Was it core fighters? No, it's not core fighters. The core fighter is just a middle piece. I forgot the name of the double Zeta Gundam of the system that
Core
it
booster
uses.
or
No, no, no. It's another name. Oh, technology. Here it is. Rictians.
you referring to like the
The
Minovsky reactors or
the core block system. There we go.
ah.
You know how the original Gundam had the core fighter,
Mm-hmm.
and technically it could be deployed as a whole um, fighter, like the whole Gundam.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a weird choice with that. Anyways, that's what they tried to replicate. To make a homage to the original Gundam, the White Devil, the savior of the Federation.
Mm-hmm.
So they did the core block system on a bigger mobile suit with higher firepower, a bigger engine, a bigger generator. I mean, um,
Right.
and that's how the Zeta Gundam came to be, supposedly. Because before that, we have other mobile suits that came before the double Zeta Gundam, which is the prototype Zeta double Zeta Gundam, which was a test bed for the frame and not the transform yeah the core block system technology.
Mm-hmm.
No, never mind, the core system came later on. The prototype's double Zeta Gundam had was an all a single piece mobile suit in a way. It did not transform, it did not separate into different parts. It was a big mobile suit with a big generator, and it was to test out some weapons and the frame, so that it could, so that they would know that it could actually uh, stand on its own and maneuver.
Right.
Then we have the Faz. Do not mistake with the full armor double Zeta Gundam. Why did they make like that? I don't know. Because supposedly the Faz is not the full armor double Zeta Gundam. It is a more primitive version of the full armor double Zeta Gundam. Um, it is funny how we have the Faz and the full armor double Zeta Gundam, because if I don't say the full armor double Zeta Gundam and I just go along with the abbreviation, which is FA double Zeta, which is spells Faz, you would not be able to tell them apart.
I mean,
And technically,
for about 30 years, that was, or 20 years, I guess, that was kind of the case. Yeah, they were
yeah,
the same.
but no, they're not the same. Why? Because the Faz is a much primitive double zeta that had a very, very delicate frame, and the only reason it exists was to test out the uh, hyper mega particle cannon that it had on the forehead.
Okay.
You know, you know
Yes.
the Faz, right? It has a
Yeah, with that big
big
gem
gun.
on the head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
supposedly, or at least from what I remember, that thing got compressed into the hyper mega particle cannon from the double Zeta's forehead.
Okay.
And how they do that, I have no idea. What kind of black magic they use to be able to compress that big cannon into just the forehead. Anyways, we had the prototype double Zeta, we had the Fuzz, and there was another mobile suit that I am not being able to recall that was also that also came in handy for the development of the double Zeta. Mm, I do not remember. Anyways, I think this one was the one where the core block system was tested on. It is. Anyways, this is what I like Gundam. I like the whole technological advancements. I like how we have five mobile suits that turn into one very powerful mobile suit that later gets outclassed. It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, game of cat and mouse, and it never really ends.
Yeah. Ooh, and this actually brings me back to Thunderbolt Gundam that we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
Okay, so in the manga, the Hyakushiki gets introduced alongside the Zeta Gundam. They are already produced. Not only are those already produced, the Rick Diaz is already produced, the Double Zeta Gundam is already produced, the Hamrabi is already produced, the Methas as well. So they kind of skipped all of the development from the Titans and the Federation and Xeon
Hmm.
to having the finished product. How? I have no idea. It's the same kind of black magic they used to develop the Atlas Gundam.
Yep.
The Atlas, the Atlas is a crazy Gundam because I mean, at least with the Full Armor Thunderbolt, it you could kind of see that it was a full armor Gundam, but kind of specked up.
Okay.
Um, but the Atlas, it's nothing like a Moses, not like a Moses that we have seen before. And later on, they tell you that the technology that they put in its joints is technology that was stolen from the Ak guys,
Okay. That's an interesting
and
source for that.
the cockpit is supposedly a ball. You know, the little balls with little hands and a single cannon on top.
I'm quite aware of it. I've seen 8th MS Team.
it, how that became a high performance mobile suit, I have no idea. Maybe I am misinformed. Maybe this is all fake. I would like it to be fake,
I know that feeling.
but I find it crazy that the Atlas Gundam exists. Also, considering that it has flying technology, atmospherical flight technology, which was not introduced until like later on in Zeta Gundam, and the Titans developed it with the Icarus flight unit that later got developed into the Violent the what was it? The Violent that got later developed into the Violent Custom.
Okay.
It is I don't know because they introduced the Atlas Gundam in Battle Operation 2 and I was angry. I was angry because it is technically a side story, not a side story, but an alternate universe mobile suit, and it also really broke a lot of the lore of the development that I really like. But of course, people liked it because it was a cool mobile suit to use.
Yep.
Um, but I was angry, angry, angry. I hated the Atlas Gundam. Um, because I wanted them to release the Titans TR4 TR4 I think it was, or TR5. I think it was the TR5. No, it was a TR4 Hazel with the Icarus flagged unit,
Hmm.
which is an experimental mobile suit from the Titans.
You're right.
The Titans had a big list of experimental mobile suits, all of them called TR1, TR2, TR3, TR5. The Hastily, the um, all of that development history, it was kind of got thrown in the trash because the Atlas came in,
Hmm.
and I was angry. I was like, "Where's my Titans test team? Where's my Titans mobile suits? Where are they?" Because I think at the time we also didn't have the Violent custom. We had the Violent, the regular Violent,
Hmm.
and to me, it didn't make sense that an already developed mobile suit, which was the Violent was not an experimental unit because the experimental unit was the Icarus unit. It got refined into the Violent, which was already a very functional mobile suit, which we saw in Zeta Gundam to be a monster of a mobile suit. And it made me angry that the Atlas Gundam was classified as a stronger, faster, and much more advanced mobile suit in Battle Operation 2
Yeah,
because
I
it
can see
did
that.
not make sense. It is technically a very older unit, and the Violent should be a mobile suit that should outclass the Atlas Gundam, but it did not. Oh, anyways, I was very angry at that time. That's where I started. I think that's where I started my toxic relationship with Battle Operation 2. It was not happy times. Mm, but yeah, after that we have a lot of development, and well, Thunderbolt just skips through all of that, all of the Titans and everything, and we just somehow get the Zeta, the double Zeta, the Rick Diaz, the Methas. I think I also saw a Rizal or a Delta Gundam. I don't know. I don't keep up with the manga. I just saw the panels that they posted, and they just skip through all of that, which is kind of sad, but it's fine. I don't think they have the time to be able to explain all of the technology development. They just want to skip to the cooler mobile suits.
Fair enough.
Oh. But I wish they would have tried. I wish they would have tried. But it's okay. I um I have my Titans test team and their mobile suits. They are canon. I love them. They exist. They should not be ignored. Please. I would recommend to the people in chat to go check out the Titans development history. It is great. Um, but yeah, Atlas Gundam, not my cup of tea. In fact, I almost borderline hated.
And we couldn't tell.
Even though it's literally such a cool unit, but the fact that it breaks the canon in my mind for the atmospheric flight, that just breaks it for me.
I get that.
It's okay. Mhm. But it's okay. It's funny how later on in Thunderbolt they introduced the Perfect Gundam, which are you familiar with it or the
Uh,
other versions of the Perfect Gundam?
no, can't say I've heard of that one.
Okay. There's many Perfect Gundams. The original, I don't know if it's the original Perfect Gundam, but one of the concepts for the original Perfect Gundam was a highly maneuverable
Hmm.
full armor Gundam. It had the cannon. It had the twin beam. um, beam gun,
Right. The beam rifles.
and
Yep.
beam rifle. I don't know why I forgot the word beam rifle. Anyways, the twin beam rifle. It had better sensors, better thrusters, better everything. That's the perfect Gundam, which also doesn't make sense, but it's okay because it was a concept. It was just a simulation, supposedly, or from what I understood.
Right.
There's also another perfect Gundam. Um, perfect Gundam. Let me look it up. Yeah, there it is. There's it was supposed to be like the Gundam to face the perfect Seong, the
Okay.
one with legs.
Right.
um, but it was not developed. I think. Yeah, it was not developed. Anyways, this perfect Gundam is not a Gundam. How? Well, in the first OVA of Thunderbolt, we're introduced to the Psycho Saku, which is it has its pilot must be um must have its limbs connected to the frame of the mobile suit to be able to be highly maneuverable.
Right.
Ugh. Anyways, the frame of this Psycho Saku, since at the end of Thunderbolt, they both kind of get destroyed. The Psycho Saku wins. Um, anyways, after the fight, Xeon captures the Thunderbolt,
Mm-hmm.
and they also have the technology from the Psycho Saku. The Psycho Saku gets produced into the Psycho Saku 2, I believe. The Psycho Saku 2. Yeah. It gets developed into the Psycho Saku 2, Mark 2 at least. Yeah, Mark 2. And it is literally the same as the Psycho Saku, except it was compatible with ground type.
Mm-hmm.
It was faster, it has higher reaction times. Anyways, later in the story, this Psycho Saku Mark 2, um, they want to infiltrate a Federation ship. So what they do is they grab the Psycho Saku Mark 2 and they fit it in with the armor of the Thunderbolt Gundam. And this is how not the Psycho, the Perfect Gundam comes to be. It has technology from the Thunderbolt Gundam, which at the time is still a very advanced mobile suit. It has technology from the Psycho Saku, the Psycho Saku Mark 2, and it is a beast of a mobile suit. It can
Okay.
use the Gundam's beam rifle, which I know the beam rifle kind of gets put on like it really turns into just another weapon. But if we do remember, the beam rifle at the time is a very powerful weapon.
Right.
It could destroy ships on its own, right?
Indeed. And the fact that the
And
Gundam could carry a beam weapon on its own period was considered a terrifying fact.
that too, and the fact that it had armor that could withstand the Saku machine gun is was well crazy.
Yes.
So now we have all of this put all of this armor, all of this technology put into a Psycho Saku Mark II, and it is renamed into the Perfect Gundam. Not only can it compete with the supposedly original White Devil, it is able to destroy entire fleets of the Federation, and it also gets a Kikeroga unit. Do you remember the Kikeroga?
Refresh my memory on that one.
It was a ship, a new type ship that had a use of not funnels, but what was the name of the other one? Okay, so funnels are the big ones, right? Like the fin funnel from the new Gundam.
Right.
There's also the bits, which are smaller beam weaponry, and there's also the one that is like cabled.
Right.
I forgot the name of those uh, that equipment. Anyways, it's a big ship. that can use the cabled funnels, right?
Okay.
The perfect Gundam can do a Gattai sequence with Kikeroga. So now it can it is faster than anything, and it has access to the. Actually, if I look Wolf, I should be able to look at the Wolf. If I look Wolf, because I really want to remember the name of the weapon. Weaponry. There we go. Wolf, blah, blah, blah.
Kind of reminded of that one sequence from Gurren Lagann where they're joining up for the first time. It's like, isn't it? It's like, die, die,
Gattai.
die. And then it just jams it on his head. It's like, yep, done.
Yeah, we have a head now.
You have two heads. Yeah, it was two faces.
Um,
We can beat you.
now
Yeah.
we're on an even ground. Oh, I love Gurren Lagann.
Yes.
Mm, what was the name? Okay, Seiko Gundam. Okay, Mark Five. Mark Five should have it. Should have the equipment. Incomes. That's the name. Incomes. Okay, so the name of the wire guided beam guns are called incomes. Okay, so now the Perfect Gundam has access to this as well, and much faster thrusters because of the ship. Because the
Okay.
ship is actually like I don't know 5 6 times bigger than the Perfect Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? They need to fight this Perfect Gundam with a Kikeroga unit. Since the Federation had captured the production line of the Zeong,
Oof.
so now they have access to Zeong's most powerful weapon of the 1 Year War,
Yes.
the Zeong. So what the Federation does is, you know what? They have the perfect Gundam. We are gonna perfect their Zeong. And now we have the perfect Zeong. A two-pilot mobile suit that absolutely destroyed, well, not really absolutely destroyed a big fleet of Zeong warships. But I don't think it did destroy the perfect Gundam. I think what got the perfect Gundam was a grunt unit, actually. Yes, I remember. So, do you remember in Gundam? Was it in Stardust Memory? There's a very chunky gym.
Okay.
The Power Gym. Power Gym. It is an orange gym
Right.
with very thick. Okay, the Power Gym is an already powerful unit. Not rival to the Gundam, but this Power Gym got later developed into what's the name? Power Gym. Yes, it is the Power Gym. The Power Gym gets developed into a Gundam, but not really a Gundam. It does not have Gundam specs. It cannot compete with a Gundam. But because the Federation at the time was going through an economic crisis, and they needed to elevate the morale, they produced the. Well, I'm just gonna look Power Gym Gundam. Um, there we go. I remember the name. I don't know why it just came to it. It's the Bulji.
Okay.
It is a very pretty mobile suit. I don't care that it's just a gym. It is a very pretty mobile suit. Anyways, this Bulji, okay, it's the perfect Gundam did not care for ground units and just was very hard focusing on the perfect Sion. And the pilot of the Bulji, on its last breath, uh, took a hyper bazooka and shot the perfect Gundam in the back, and that gave the perfect Sion an opening to destroy the perfect Gundam. So my boy, the Bulji, managed to help a little bit. So in a way, it did help in kind of in the war efforts.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I find it funny. I remember seeing the panel of the Bulgy, um, the way it was introduced. So there's this Federation ship, and they were receiving new equipment, quote unquote. But apparently, just a couple days earlier, they gave away power gym. But they had the stats, they had everything, the mobile suit number and the code from the machine as well.
Hmm.
And when they were returned the Bulgy, and they look at the stats and the and everything matched perfectly with the power gym that they gave to them. And it was, but wait, this is what we gave you. It's not different. It just has a Gundam haze. Oh, but in the end, it managed to do something, which I'm very happy. I'm also very happy that it got introduced in Battle Operation 2. The Bulgy is a very, very pretty mobile suit. Mm, but yeah, it is funny how the Federation produced its perfect Xeon and Xeon produced its perfect Gundam. Mm, very, very good stuff in Thunderbolt, but also very crazy stuff. It is. I feel conflicted when it comes to it.
Understandable.
Oh, which one are you painting right now?
We're working on the red Gundam right now, which
Oh,
I'm starting with a darker red, and I mixed a metallic in there to try and get a bit of the glow. Um,
mhm.
and then I'm going to come through with a brighter red afterward. But I figured that this could help get at some of the undertones and shading, perhaps a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
the color that it has right now, it reminds me a lot of another mobile suit from Iron Blooded Orphans,
Oh.
the Valkyrie. It, I don't think I'm not gonna get too much into Iron Blooded Orphans because I know you have a Grace in there, so I also want to get into the developmental history
Sure, sure.
of the Grace and other mass production units, with which are not a lot, by the way. But from what I understand, a lot of the mass production units there are based on Gundam frames and what they were capable of.
Hmm.
So Um, the Valkyrie is a higher performance unit than the Grace, but not stronger than the Gundam.
Okay.
Uh, I don't remember if the Valkyrie was developed alongside the Gundam frame or a little bit after the Gundam frame, but the Valkyrie frame is a better unit than the Grace. Not a lot of them were produced, but they were so they became kind of like black market stuff or ace units in the Federation counterpart of Iron Blooded Orphans.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the Valkyrie, there's a most Valkyrie, the first that we're introduced to, that has the colors that you're using right now. Very pretty colors.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, normally when I'm trying to get metallic colors, I'll put a silver down and then put a wash of the color I want to tint it to over that. But I was doing some experimenting the other day and decided to just mix the silver directly in with one of the greens here, and got a pretty nice effect. So decided to go ahead and experiment with it here. And yeah, it's kind of tinted it a little bit. But then again, the running joke is it's that char suits are actually pink anyway, right?
yeah, not pink, more of a salmon color. Salmon
Exactly,
pink.
yes.
It's funny that he was called the red comment. Oh, talking about the red comment, I find it funny how there's also another pilot that actually uses red in the Universal Century at the same time that Char uses pink, well, or
Referring
red.
to Johnny Ridden?
Yes. What was his name? The red lightning?
Yeah,
No.
something like that.
Yeah, it was the red comment at the red lighting. You were to pay attention, you're listening. I am paying attention. I am. Oh, but yeah, the Johnny Ridden story is so funny. I love how there's a comic of Johnny Ridden, and they explained that the reason not much people know about Johnny Ridden is because he was censored because he was kind of critical of the Savi family,
Hmm.
and we can kind of see how propaganda and censorship work in a way.
Sure.
I find it funny. I also like that in the manga that of Johnny Ridden, we get introduced to Yuma Lightning, my favorite pilot and my favorite mobile suits.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for the
Hmm.
longest time, Johnny Ridden and Shin Matsunaga were two that I knew the name to, but because they only ever appeared in, things like Aaron's Greed and things like that, you never really got to see them that much.
Until I we got to see Shin Matsunaga animated and Johnny Ridden as well, but I don't remember where. Um,
Origins, maybe?
no, no, no. No, no, not Origins. It was there's a mobile game, a mobile gacha game
Yeah,
from Gundam
G
that and
Eternal.
G Eternal. Was it G Eternal?
Well, let's put it that way.
Uh,
I know they're in that one, and that's the one my brother got me hooked on lately. Uh,
oh yeah, I got into the beta testing of G Eternal. It was really good, but then they took I don't know how many years to actually launch the game, and I forgot about it.
yeah, it literally just hit its 1 year anniversary. So,
Yeah, I when did was the beta thing? Beta. I might still have the email actually. It was many years ago. People thought the game was dead. Oh, let me see. I should maybe have it around here. Anyways, I don't know if it was in G Eternal or there's another game that is only Japan only,
hmm.
but they actually animate stuff in there, and we get to see characters, obscure characters in there that get animated. For
Nice.
example, in there the Rick DJ got animated, which was no, the Rick DJ custom got animated, which was a custom unit, custom Rick DJ that was made for Amuro Ray.
Okay.
We also get to see a mobile suit that was based on the what was it on the it's not the mm, you know, I forgot its name. Uh, but it had technology of the Xeon in it. Um, this generally does not help at all, but it was red and it had Psychomo system weapons. uh yeah, I really gotta dust up and remember my names. I forgot
Equivalent
its
Mark
name.
II, per 2 version.
No, but the technology of this mobile suit was used in the QLE. Uh, blah, blah. Mobile. What if I look up battle operation support unit red mobile suit? Maybe it appears around here. I mean, it does help. A lot of red mobile suits are in there. It does that doesn't help. Mm, but anyways, what was I talking about? Um, okay, I think if I go, I you know what's funny? I know how to get to the information because when I was kind of studying the mobile suit development history,
Hmm.
I knew what mobile suits I looked for, and then what it got developed into and what it got developed from. So I think I can kind of reach into it if I just look the Rosen Sulu.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? For the old codes there, I see.
Yeah, because the Rosen Sulu got developed from the Hamahama, and the Hamahama has technology from the not the Medusa. That was another one. Quasi Psychomo. No, 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 no. Georgia, Loving Wolf, Frozen Solo. Uh,
Let's see. Jfin, Gallister.
Mass production, Frozen Solo, Medusa. What if I go to the Medusa? I think it's considered mobile armor. No, the Medusa is further away. Further, it's a further development. Uh, okay, what if? Oh, you know what? If I just go to the origin of the weaponry, if I go to the Xeon, I can see where it got developed into because I know for a fact that it has technology from the Xeon. So it got developed into Perfect Xeon, High Xeon, Xeon, Great Xeon. I don't want that. I want the weaponry. Weaponry got developed into. Uh, I am struggling to actually find it. Mm, Perfect Xeon, Hell Xeon. Mm, I'm just gonna look the Principality of Xeon mobile suits. It should be somewhere around there. Mm, Nightwing, Xeon mobile suit, Assault Force. Uh, where are your mobile suits? This is so messed up.
Yeah. No, and we're doing pretty well, Kino. We're doing pretty well. Um, having fun chatting with New here about various Gundam facts while we paint some Gundam models here.
Should be somewhere around here. Okay. Nope. Wrong wiki. What about this wiki? Xeon Spectra, Perfect Xeon. No, no, no. Okay, I'll go further down. I'll go into the Kikeroga. Here it is. Here it is. Prototype. This is not the Kikeroga that I was looking for. Actually, no. Yeah, this is the mouse that I was looking for. It was the Kikeroga. No. Where is it? Okay, I cannot find it. Oh, but I know how it looks. I know. I just don't remember the name. Um, I'm just gonna look up battle operation to support units. I know I can recognize the name if I can find it. If I see it around there, because it was a 650 type. Jeddah, Lotto, Uganda, Basan, 80 times produced. Gabaldi, one board. Don Barrage, Galgo, Drago, Demo, Saku, Zog, Axis, Assassin. I found it, I think. Yes, I found it. The Game Hulk. There we
Oh,
go.
okay, okay. Haven't heard that name
Okay.
in a while, but yeah, I know roughly the one you're talking about.
Yeah, a red mobile suit. It can use funnels. It can use the Xeon wired hands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this guy got developed into another mobile suit that, for some reason, I'm just gonna look at Game Hulk. There we go. There's a and mm, the Game Hulk got developed into another mobile suit called the Dactyl. The Dactyl is not very well known. It is a mobile suit from Moon Gundam, which only has a manga so far, and novel, I think. But
Okay.
anyways, nobody expected this game to animate scenes from Moon Gundam so good because we got to see the Moon Gundam animated, we got to see the Dagdoll animated, we got to see the Rick DJ custom, we got to see the Jeddah, which by the way, the Jeddah is kind of like the other mobile suit that was competing with the Jesta. not not just the Jagan
Right.
to be mass produced. Uh, why it didn't get mass produced? Same reason as always. It was more expensive. It was too complicated, so it was given to experienced veterans. And
Mm-hmm.
the Jagan was mass produced and given to as a standard issue model to pilots. Anyways, we got to see a lot of models from Moon Gundam, which by the way, it has a very good manga and very good story. And we also got to see the Psycho Saku, not the Psycho Saku, Psycho Gundam Mark 4 or 5, I think, or the Psycho Gundam G Doors. That's the name actually,
Okay.
which is a regular sized Gundam.
A
It is,
regular size Psycho
it
Gundam.
yeah, not not even regular size Psycho Gundam because you know the Psycho Gundam 1 and the Mark 2 are big, like
That's why I'm
really
saying,
big.
like one that's at a regular size. That's pretty amazing in itself.
Yeah, the Psycho Gundam G Doors is the epitome of its development. It is um very powerful. It has Psychomo blades. Um, but guess what? Amuro destroys the G doors. Mm, anyways, we get to see a lot of that animated, and it's really exciting because it got a lot of fans into Gundam as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because people would see the clips and think that Moon Gundam had an anime. It does not have an anime. Like imagine how good the animated scenes were so that people would think that it had an anime.
Yeah.
They
Well, I
looked
mean,
good.
give it enough time, it might happen.
I hope so. It's been a while. You would think that by now we would have a Crossbone Gundam anime.
You would think.
But I'm no nothing so far because I'm pretty sure I've seen a lot of people talk that they're not gonna see Crossbone Gundam anime in their lifetime.
Mm.
um, I feel bad for them. Anyways, oh, I can. Is it 12? I think the word is 12. Like dive a little bit into development history here, because after Amuro destroyed the G doors, the
Mm-hmm.
Psycho Gundam G doors,
Yeah.
uh, its head got integrated into the Varg wheel. What is the Varg wheel? Is a develop I don't know why I always mix up developmental and experimental. Experimental unit that was meant to be a test bed for equipment for the Sasabi.
Okay.
But for some reason, its pilot could not get its funnels to work. Um, but once they replaced the head of the bar wheel with the Taikyo Gundam G Dorsey's head, and they get a new pilot, an actual new type and not a cyber new type, they can get to use the funnels of the bar wheel. Um, but they get destroyed. So all of that little development stage of the Moon Gundam, which by the way at the time it wasn't called the Moon Gundam, it's just a bar wheel with a Gundam head.
Okay.
Um, it loses the funnels, but somehow the new type that was in the piloting this bar wheel with a Gundam head managed to control the Psycho Blades from the G doors, which were deadly weapons. Imagine the Psycho frame, but actually turned into blades that you could control at will, and they were invulnerable to anything.
Okay.
Like they were deadly. And when it got those, it finally turned into the Moon Gundam. Why? Because it was actually I don't know why it was made turn. Actually, I do know why it was called the Moon Gundam. First, it was. Do you remember the colony of Moon Moon?
You know, that's been sitting in the back of my mind here. Yes, from Double Zeta.
Yes, we come back to that colony.
Okay.
Um, and
Who brought
it's
along
here
Moon
where
Moon?
the mhm,
Sorry.
it's okay, it's okay. And it's here where the Moon Gundam gets developed, quote unquote. Not really. It was just um make to what you have mobile suit at the time.
Right.
It later gets repainted into proper Gundam colors, and it gets the Moon Gundam name. But it's also called the Moon Gundam game. Well, it is called the Moon Gundam because the Psycho Blades, when stored, take the shape of a half moon. Um, was it a crescent moon? What's the name of the stage? Yeah, it takes the shape of a crescent moon.
Okay.
It's a very pretty model. Also, I really recommend to the people in chat if you want to get into model kit building to get the Moon Gundam model kit. It is a delight to build. I had a lot of fun building it. It was very nice. Mm, and you can. It is very possible, extremely possible for a hydrate. But hey, that's a little development of the Moon Gundam. I think later on the Moon Gundam gets both of the Psycho Blades from the G doors. Well, not both, but the other half of the Psycho Blades,
Okay.
and it's the full Moon Gundam. But yeah, ooh, awesome. I'm gonna move on a little bit. I'm gonna go back into the Bargo
Okay.
because the Sasabi also had a very interesting development history. So for the Sasabi, what did we develop to get to the full Sasabi? We have one, the prototype Sasabi. We have two, the supposedly the Sasabi ground type. We
Hmm.
have three, the Barguil. We have four, the the Psychomo system Doga. I think it was Psychomo system Doga. Uh, yeah. The Gita Doga Psychomo system test type,
Okay.
which was supposed to be the mobile suit that Char would use, but
Hmm.
later on they had a better mobile suit which was the Sazabi. But all of that was used to develop the Sazabi. Um, there's also another mobile suit. Oh no, I lied. The end mobile suit was not supposed to be the Giradoga Sekomo system type, but the end mobile suit that was meant to be for Char was the Jack Doga.
Okay.
So we also have technology from the Jack Doga incorporated into the Sazabi. And that's how the Sasabi came to be. Lots of mobile suits into one. Oh, and the double Zeta, because let's just say Char was very, very aware of what the double Zeta was capable of. But yeah, I love the Sasabi. I want to get a master grade of the Sasabi, the Burka. Mm, one of these days. But yeah, it is really fun how all of these mobile suits came to turn into just one mobile suit, very powerful mobile suit that got beat up by another very powerful mobile suit. Mm. The new Gundam also has a very interesting development history because there's an anime with one of the test beds of the new Gundam. I don't know if you ever saw a narrative.
I've heard of it. I've never actually known much about it.
Okay,
But that's
narrative
where like Apex
tells
and all that comes from, right?
yeah, the Apex, the CPAX, the BPAX, um, which are mission units meant for specific missions to capture the Phoenix. Anyways, the narrative Gundam. is the test bed for the frame of the new Gundam.
Oh,
Weird.
okay.
Uh huh. That's why it needs a lot of packs to be usable in a way, or it can use many packs because it is a highly customizable mobile suit. It is literally the test bed for the new Gundam. It is highly, uh, it is a high performance mobile suit, but it is also just the frame, so you can put whatever you want into it. It has so many styles, and aside from the narrative Gundam, there's also um information from the. Oh, I forgot. For the Sasabi, there's also data from the Rick Diaz.
Right.
hmm I don't know if it's familiar to you how the pilot cockpit is in the head like the Rick Diaz.
Ah, okay, okay. Hadn't put
That's
two and two
that's
together
a
on that one, but I get it.
hmm it is that's where the general shape, I think it was the general shape of the Sasabi came from. I think Quattro really liked the Rick Diaz.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a signature unit for him in the beginning of Zeta. I could see that.
hmm Until he got the Hyakushiki.
Hmm.
But then again, I don't think he actually liked the Hyakushiki that much. It's fine. We'll never be sure of that. But anyways, for the development of the new Gundam, there's the narrative Gundam, which is the frame, a very naked frame. You can put whatever you want into it.
Hmm.
There is the Mu Gundam, I believe. Uh, let me see. Let me look up the wiki somewhere around here. Yeah. It was developed from the Mu Gundam and the Silver Bullet. What's the Silver Bullet? Do you Are you familiar with it?
I don't know that one.
Okay, Silver Bullet is a mass production unit that stemmed from the development of the Mark V Gundam. See how everything ties up in the end.
Yep.
So for the new Gundam and the Sazabi. Okay, the Silver Bullet was developed from the Doben Wolf, which was developed from the Mark V Gundam. Anyways, Silver Bullet got test weaponry, got to test the weaponry for the new Gundam. The pieces that got was the fin funnels.
Okay.
So the Silver Bullet was testing all everything that was fin funnels. The Mu Gundam was testing uh, the cycle frame. I think. No. That's what the narrative Gundam was as well. Oh, never mind. I got confused. The narrative for some reason was testing the cycle frame, and the Mu Gundam was also testing the cycle frame, I believe, which was very redundant. I remember being like, why would they do that twice?
A good and sure it
Um,
works.
yeah, I mean, it is world-ending technology supposedly. At least that's what they tell us with the Unicorn Gundam. Aside from the Mu Gundam, there's also here it is. There's also the new Gundam pre-test type, which also was testing the frame. Yeah, it is. Eh, I like New Gundam, and in the end, it is the perfection of a lot of technologies from different mobile suits.
Hmm.
Uh, Meanwhile, the Sasabi, it feels more like an amalgamation of the mobile suits that Char has had throughout the age, throughout his years, from the Rick Diaz to
Right.
the Gelgug to the Zeong.
Hmm.
Everything gets incorporated into it, and it is also funny how in the development of the Sasabi, you have like, okay, we're gonna test the funnels uh, in the Vargwell, and okay, the test from the funnel was successful. Okay, we're gonna give the funnels from the Bargrill to the Sasabi. There's this other mobile suit, the Gita Doga Sakomu test type
Right.
had a beam shot, um, beam shot rifle, which was like a beam shotgun.
Okay.
Uh, okay, this is a high performance weapon. We like it. We're gonna give it to the Sasabi. Um, yeah. It was refined from the Bargwell into the Gita Doga, and then the Gita Doga was given to the Sasabi, and then the extra boosters from the Bargwell were also integrated into the Sasabi, and mm, I don't remember what else, but you can clearly see how the new Gundam it is a refined mobile suit, and the Sasabi is more of an amalgamation of a lot of mobile suit,
Right.
which is kind of very in I forgot how to say this in topic in
Like on brand.
on brand. There we go. Yes, on brand with Xeon, how they just develop whatever and somehow put it into something stronger.
Right.
Hmm. Um, and then we have the whole development of the Sinanju. It takes everything we have learned up until now with this new Gundam and the Sasabi, and we get the I don't remember if it was Generation 4.5 or Generation 4 mobile suits,
Hmm.
um, which were meant to be much more, um, much better than the new Gundam and the Sasabi. You know how the Sinanju looks, right?
Yes.
It is very new Gundam and Sasabi esque.
Yeah, it's kind of
It
Suzabi
really,
if it lost weight, if you will.
yeah, it really feels like the love child of both the new Gundam and the Sasabi. It does not help the yaoi shippers of Amuro and Char. That just gave them more ammo for them to ship them more.
Fair enough.
But yeah, both the Sasabi and the New Gundam developed in the Sinanju. And from the Sinanju, we got the Sinanju Stein and the Sinanju that was given to Full Frontal.
Okay.
Uh, but the Sinanju is a very pretty mobile suit. I like how the regular Sinanju and the Sinanju Stein, if you look at its face, it resembles a lot the new Gundam. It resembles the new Gundam a lot, and just the general like silhouette of the mobile suit, it really resembles a much slimmer Sazabi, but with the face of the new Gundam. But then Full Frontal came in and turned it into a very Sion esque mobile suit. Mhm. Yeah. Also, I like how they just hand the mobile suits to people. It's like, okay, we have this test unit. All of the technology is gonna be used for Char's mobile suit, but we're not really gonna mass produce this thing. Do you want this? And pilots would just say yes, because everything that was meant for Char or for Char's sake was very high end.
Right.
What, you want to give me a Kira Doga with funnels? Yes, of course, I want it.
Indeed.
Oh, you wanna give me the you oh you want a high performance mobile suit? Well, we cannot make you a new one, but you can have the frame of the legendary new Gundam, and they give you the narrative. Oh my god! They just give Moses left and right. They're free to take.
Yep.
Mm. No, actually, yeah, they're quite literally free to take. You can just go and grab one.
So there's a little bit of the Red Gundam so far here.
It is looking very nice.
Thank you. Yeah,
It's starting to feel a lot like the salmon pink.
Yeah, it kind of is going that tone just a little bit here. It's because I decided to go for the metallic. Otherwise, that's the color red that this actually was before I mixed the silver into it. And I might come over with this again just to kind of bring some stuff out. I don't know. Um, Definitely gonna leave saber
Mm,
that color probably, but
yeah. Although, one thing with the Red Gundam
mhm.
is that it actually uses a very notable red in the chest and the lower body part, while the limbs and the head have the salmon pink, the signature salmon pink.
Yeah, I was noticing a couple of shades in play here. So yeah,
Yeah, it is a very nice mobile suit. Mhm. Mm. I'm surprised they didn't make a Red Warrior Gundam there. Uh, the Red Warrior Gundam is a Gundam from Mobile Suit Gundam from Build Fighters.
okay.
It is. I think they grabbed a perfect Gundam and they turned it into the Red Warrior, or there was actually a Red Warrior Gundam. I don't remember the story about the Red Warrior. I just like it a lot. Mm, but yeah, that was most of my info done from what I remember from the technology development history,
No, it's been fascinating to listen to.
which is surprising that I remember quite a lot of that, considering that I haven't really watched a development history in a video or read anything from it a while ago. It's just stuck in there.
Yep.
It's a parasite. It's living in me.
I understand that feeling.
Ooh. And one of my favorite things is you know how in Hathaway's Flash we get the Sea Gundam and the Penelope, and they both have the Minovsky flight system.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, the technology that was developed for it stemmed from the development of the Virulent and the Icarus unit back in Zeta Gundam.
Okay.
It is. I really like how they try to tie in Zeta Gundam and the Titan's development history into everything in the future.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice little
And
bit of continuity there.
and the worst thing is that it makes sense. It's not a technology that popped out of nowhere. It's just like, oh, okay, this technology is new, but you can kind of see how they've been working towards it all this like I don't know past 100 years.
Right.
mm, it is. It feels nice, especially knowing that in the future there's uh I think in Crossbone there's the no okay. No, it's not Arkiaka. Oh, one of the things that I like about the development of the Gyan is that later on the Art Jar Jar gets developed. Um, I don't know if you remember that one from Double Zeta. I think it was Double Zeta or Zeta Gundam.
I remember seeing it in like development trees in various games and things like that. You can't say I remember too much specifically about it, but I know the name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Art Jar Jar is based a lot on the Gyan, except it actually covers on makes up for the weakness of its predecessor. It has long range weaponry and very strong close range weaponry.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, and Crab, hope you have
Uh,
fun. Breakwater, yes, sir.
all right, I got to do a couple of things, but if you're twist alive, bye, crab. Take care. Bye. Um, Okay, Archaea, no. Crossbone, Gundam. If I remember correctly, in the era of Crossbone Gundam, uh, they find the development files of old mobile suits
Hmm.
and they decide to modernize them. So
Right. That's
in
you end up with like the Oldsmobile Army from F90 and things like that.
yeah, and we get to see things like the Saku come back,
Yep.
the Dom. We get to see the uh, I think we get to see the Goof as well. Mm,
Maybe that one was not a space unit, so I forget. Um, but I remember spending a lot of time playing the F91 game for SNES because, yeah, it's easily one of the best console flight simulators of its day.
Here it is. Okay, so the mobile suits that got modernized were called the RF mobile suits, and there's the RF Goof, the RF Dom, the RF Saku,
Hmm.
and they were all space compatible.
Okay.
So yeah, the RF Goof was space compatible, a very powerful unit. Boom. And okay. So here comes one of my favorite fun facts about the development history
Hmm.
is how uh you know how I talk much about the Hamrabi, right?
Right.
Okay, so the Hamrabi had not a sister unit, but another mobile suit that was also transformable. That I forgot his name. Um, Let me look it up real quick. If I look Hamrabi, it should be somewhere in the related mobile suits. Um, Pilotos, Altura, blah, blah, blah. I know the Hamrabi either got developed into this Hamrabi Gundam Wiki. I don't know why there's two Gundam wikis. Uh, okay, I know it used a Fedayeen rifle. The Gavthly, which is other one of the other Titans developed transformable mobile suits.
Hmm.
Unlike the unlike the Hambrabi, the Gavthly got developed straight from the what was the name of this gun? Was it a gun? I think it was a Gundam. Anyway, that's not really the important thing here. But the thing about this lineage of mobile suits is that it made all the way until the very end of the UC when uh you're aware that at some point they had a series, a novel series or a radio series, I think, that couldn't be licensed to
Okay.
be part of the UC. I don't remember the name of it. Gaia Gear,
I've heard that
I think it
name
was.
before, but I never knew the context for it.
Okay, so the thing about Gaia Gear, if I'm correct, it was made by Okawara, I think.
Okay.
Uh, no, it was not made by Okawara. Okay, here it is. It was made by Tomino. I kind of got them mixed up a little bit. Anyways, it's a story made by Tomino,
Hmm.
and it was a continuation of after F91, after Crossbone, and after the whole Char versus Amuro thing, right? The mobile suits there get developed from technology that was recovered from the Gavthali and the Hambrabi. So
Okay.
these very strong mobile suits that supposedly no longer care about funnels or psychomos technology, they get developed from my favorite mobile suits, and
Yeah.
they're stronger than everything. They're more effective in that thing. They're smaller as well. But I think that was the whole story about Gaia Gear.
Yeah, that was one of the big developments with the F-91 and Victory era units was that they were trending towards much smaller Gundams than in previous versions.
Yeah, it was the compact era.
Yep.
They were being smaller, which is funny considering that the double Zeta Gundam made it all the way to Crossbone. I think it was called the Gump in Crossbone,
Okay.
and Judo works at what's the name? Um,
And I.
no, 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 no. A scrap yard.
Oh yes, yes. He's back to his junk business.
Yes, yes, yes. He's back to the junk business, and he has a mobile suit called the Gump.
Oh, okay.
Nobody knows how that thing is still alive. It's a it's a very badly repaired Gump, double Zeta Gundam, and it amazes me that it still had its mega particle cannon in its forehead.
Mm-hmm.
However, it was hidden, and when they got attacked, Judo sacrificed himself with the double Zeta Gundam and activated the hyper mega particle cannon to destroy the bad guys. And
Okay.
the fact that the double Zeta Gundam can still kick ass way later in late UC amazes me. I really like it when old mobile suits can keep up with newer stuff,
For
or
sure.
not keep up, but give them a fight.
I get what you mean.
Hmm. Because the comp was not mobile at all. It literally has. Let me send you a picture of the comp. Actually,
Okay.
you'll see how badly damaged the double Zeta is. But you can see where the double Zeta is. Save image as download. No, not a web file. I want a PNG. There we go. Download. Uh, I'll be sending it to you through DMs.
All right.
But this is the Gump.
Ooh, that is a piece of work. I mean, I'm a fan of the Zeta Zaku, so I'm not much to complain about that, I guess. But
The Gump still made it, still put up a fight, still destroyed its enemies. The Hyper Mega Particle Cannon is still a valid option of weaponry. And I'm glad it made it to all the way to Crossbone.
yeah,
Mm, I'm glad we get to see how it ends. Because I wasn't very satisfied with how Double Zeta Gundam ends, with just them living and Judo somehow taking military equipment despite being a civilian. Like the Double Zeta is a monster of a mobile suit.
yes, it is.
It should not be in the hands of a civilian. Oh, and it makes me sad that the development of the Double Zeta Gundam ended in the Double Zeta. Like the Double Zeta was peak Zeta project
Hmm.
until the Superior Gundam and the Axis Gundam, which I think they're kind of on the same wavelength in terms of power, but I prefer the Double Zeta. Oh, you know what? Just remembered. I remember the Superior Gundam and the Axis Gundam.
Hmm.
Um, so you know how I talked about the Zeta Gundam, the the Delta Gundam. Okay, so the Superior Gundam was supposed to be a, I think it was a parallel project to the Double Zeta. Higher power, higher maneuverability,
Okay.
and a more efficient transformation. That's what the XS and the Superior Gundam were. It also had the Alice system, I think. Or the no, it was the not yeah, I had the Alice system. Um, Alice system, I believe. Gundam. The Alice system, which is an acronym for Advanced Logistic Inconsequent Cognizing Equipment, which is an artificial intelligence that is actually the soul of a person.
Okay.
Um, much like the Blue Destinies.
Right.
Yeah, the Alice system borrows a lot from the Blue Destinies and the Nitro system, which the Nitro system was a system for the uh Delta Delta it's one of the Delta Gundams. Because to make it possible, the Delta I'll just look at Nitro system Gundam. I remember the system, I just don't remember the oh okay, apparently the Nitro system was also used in the prototype Double Zeta, which is kinda crazy. But the mobile suit that I'm looking for is one of the Delta. The Delta Kai Gundam.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the Delta Kai takes technology from the Delta Gundam and takes technology from the fin funnels because it has fin funnels of its own.
Okay.
So it is a high performance mobile suit. It is stronger than the Zeta Gundam, stronger than the Delta Gundam. However, I believe the Delta Chi was also just a simulation. Um, Let me see. I'm checking real quick to see. Um, Delta Chi. Okay, no. Um, okay, no. The Delta Chi was actually made with help of the Zeta Gundam. It was only the Delta Gundam that was a simulation, but it was made possible, and it was turned into a real model with the Delta Chi. Um. Anyways, the XS Gundam has the Alice system, which borrows a lot from the technology of the Blue Destiny units and the Nitro system from the Delta Chi.
Okay.
Um, Alice system is a whole soul of a person, from what I understood. It is evil stuff like the like the Blue Destiny, except it did not torment the soul of the artificial intelligence. And it did not consume the pilot like in Blue Destiny.
Right.
um, or made them go crazy like with the Nitro system from the Delta Chi. Um, but it's fine. Anyways, the Axis Gundam is all powerful. It is a monster. It should be a monster of a mobile suit. Extremely high mobility mobile suit. Uh, I think it took data from the Hyakushiki, from the Wayfinders of the Hyakushiki and the Zeta Gundam.
Okay.
Um, but this Gundam was meant to be the epitome, the peak
The
of the
epitome.
Zeta
Okay.
project. Epitome,
Epitome. Yep.
yeah, the epitome of the Zeta project.
Okay.
Um, it was actually made true. It was built, and it was a much faster double Zeta Gundam. However, I don't think it could match the double Zeta firepower. But imagine the double Zeta but faster. That's what the Axis Gundam was, and it had an artificial intelligence that could help the pilot, um, you know, use the mobile suit.
Right.
And it also had income weaponry, unlike the double Zeta Gundam. Um, it would have been cool if the double Zeta had income, but I feel like that would have been too broken. Mm, but yeah, that's the Axis Gundam, and there's a fan favorite. The Axis Gundam got developed into the Deep Striker, which is a big, big booster unit for the S Gundam that could take on entire fleets of enemy ships.
Okay.
It was literally one big gun with a head. Oh, let me send you a picture of the Deep Striker. It has a master grade and it is huge. Deep Striker, there we go. I would love to get the master grade one of these days because I think it's the only master grade of the S Gundam.
Oh wow,
Mm,
it kind of almost reminds me. Yeah, looks like someone decided to smash the GPO3 and the Neo Z all together.
right? Oh, what was? Oh, talking about the GPO3, I love how the Titans.
Uh-huh.
Well, the Federation supposedly got rid of the entire Gundam project, right? The Physalis, the Stamen, and the GPO3. I forgot his name. It's
The Dendrobium, yeah.
no, the Drobium unit is the big thing. The um GPO1, GPO3, GPO3, Gundam. Uh, oh yeah. Okay, it's the Dendrobium Stamen because the Dendrobium is the big
Right. The weapons
mobile
carrier.
armor thing behind, and
Mm-hmm.
the Stamen is the Gundam. Okay, so there's the Stamen, the Physalis, the Sephirantes,
Mm-hmm.
and Gervera, the Gervera Gundam. One of my favorite Gundams ever, and I am sad that it never made it into the anime. Technically, it made it into the anime because we saw the Gervera Tetra,
Right.
um, which is, by the way, also one of my favorite U-Models. I
Yeah,
love
one of
using
the
it.
Shima's unit. Right.
Yes. What was her name? Sima Garahao, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And oh yeah, there was the GPO1, GPO2, GPO3, and GPO4, the Tetra, the Gerbera, I mean.
Right. The four
And
didn't actually appear in the series, but yes. Mm-hmm.
we only saw the Tetra, which is technically a Gundam and also not a Gundam. Um, and it bothers me a lot because technically it kind of fits the entire purpose of the Gundam project, which was to be able to fit into various niches.
Mm-hmm.
The Sephidantes was meant to be a ground and space unit. The Physalis was supposed to be heavy weaponry unit because not only did it have the beam bazooka, it had the nuke launcher, and it had the ballistic missile equipment, which is not shown in the anime, but it is shown in a manga. Because
Okay.
apparently there was another Physalis. It is shown in Gundam Katana,
Okay.
which is a whole other thing for very evil systems like the Nitro, the XM, because in Katana there's the Demon Blade system,
Okay.
which is based on the XM system. But I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. But it kind of fits, right? There's a ground space general unit. There's the heavy weapons unit, There's the GPO-3, which was supposed to be um leader unit of some sort with the dendrobium.
Okay.
Um and there was the Gerbera, which was meant to be a long range unit. Uh but because the Sephirantes, the Stamen, and the Tetra had very similar performance, they just went with the easier one to produce, which was the Sephirantes, and
Hmm.
they gave it mission packs.
Okay.
The Sephirantes can be turned into a full range, long range support unit with a full burner system
Hmm.
that we see in the anime. It can turn into an amphibious unit with the GPO-1 that is shown in a novel, I believe, but we can also see it in the Battle Operation 2. And, well, the Stamen, it kind of has its own role because the Sephirantes is not compatible with the Dendrobion armor system or whatever it was because it is not a mobile armor. I don't know what to call it,
Okay.
but yeah, it bothers me that they kind of stole the Sephirantes stole the spotlight from the Gerbera, but it's okay because we got to see it in the Gerbera Tetra, which is a very nice mobile suit, and we also get to see it in the Gerbera Tetra Kai, which is more Gundam esque. But yeah, that's the development of the project, the Gundam project, which after the whole Stardust incident, the whole events of Stardust memory,
Right.
um and how that's how the Titans came to be, right?
Yes, it is.
um
Basically, it was like
they kind
never
of
again, and then they created the Titans to make sure that
they censored the Gundam project. They didn't want to make it anymore. The Gundam was not a name to be mentioned ever again. But guess what? The Titans still had the blueprints for the Gundam project, and the Gundam project gave birth to the whole Titans testing development history. Yippee!
yep.
Oh, that plus the gym custom. Without the gym custom, we wouldn't have the uh, what's the name? Gym.
The Nemo.
No, no, no. The Nemo was another mobile suit that was developed aside from the custom. The custom was higher performance than the Nemo.
Oh, okay.
Um, the Gym Quell. It got developed into the Gym Quell, which was a much simpler gym custom but same performance, and it became the standard issue mobile suit for the Titans
Hmm.
until the Barsum got developed, and it's from the Gym Quell that we get the first Gundam TR1 Hazel, and it's
Okay.
from the TR1 that all of the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 5 get developed, and it's from that development that we get all of the very quirky mobile from the Titans, like the Gavli, the Gapland, the Hambrabi, the the Bound Dog as well. I don't
Oh,
know if you
yep.
remember that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one that Rosamia flew, and then later Jared got it.
yeah. Uh, the Violent. Uh, everything stems from the Gundam project. It is very fun. But yeah, it's the gym code. The gym. Yeah, because it's funny how they wanted higher performance than the Gundam, but supposedly, this is what I saw from lore videos.
Hmm.
The gym custom was already a way higher performance than the Gundam, the original RX-78-2, which is was not
Oh.
hard to surpass. By the time of Stardust Memory, most mass production units were surpassing the original Gundam.
I mean, that makes some
But
sense.
hey, they wanted more. Um, oh, also fun fact: the James Sniper 2 supposedly should be a higher performance unit than the RX-78-2.
Okay.
And the James Sniper 2 is not a much more modern mobile suit actually, because we get to see it in uh
8th MS team, I think, right?
8th no. That's in 8th MS team we get to see the Sniper 1.
Oh, okay.
Um in the Sniper 2 we get to see it in what was the name where the one where the Alex Gundam comes in and the
80.
camphor 80. We see it there,
Okay.
but we see it get blown up by the camphor. The camphor was too much for them.
Yep.
And then it comes in the Alex Gundam and just destroys the camphor with the Gatling.
Yep.
Ooh, also, another fun fact about Gundam. From the original RX-78-2 and the original line of Gundams, the 1 through 5,
Hmm.
uh, we can get a lot of weaponry from them. For example, the Unit 4 and 5
Hmm.
get a Mega Beam Launcher and a Mega Gatling gun. And both
Okay.
of those guns make it so that later on, what's the name? The the Pale Rider uh gets its weapon specs from. The Pale Rider is another story that comes from Blue Destiny, and instead of the XM system, it has the Hades system,
Okay.
which is another evil system that consumes the pilot.
There's a
There
pattern
were
we're
a lot
noticing
of
here.
evil systems.
Let's say there's a pattern here.
Yeah, and well, from those Gundams, there also we have the my favorite form of mass-produced mobile suits, the G lines. Um, the G lines was the first, so quote unquote, the first attempt in mass producing the Gundam.
Hmm.
Which is technically false since the Gym is the first mass production of the Gundam. But well, they wanted something high with higher power, of higher mobility, of something better,
Right.
and we have the G lines with the armor packs. We have the G line, uh, with the standard armor. We have the light armor. We have the assault armor and the full. I think it was called the full package. Full package or full armor? No, it was not full armor. Anyways, these different packages or systems
Hmm.
gave the G lines the possibility to be very, very adaptable. So very flexible. That's the word. Anyways, and I love that the story they come from is where they introduced the Gundam Unit 5. No, the Unit 7, which is my favorite Gundam from the original RX-78-2, -1, -3, -4, all those, that
Hmm.
development.
Okay.
The seventh Gundam. But yeah, it's in that story that where we get to see the G lines in action.
Nice.
Very very nice mobile suits. They are also very pretty. And the reason I like them so much is because of Battle Operation. I was introduced to them in Battle Operation, and then I learned that they had a game and a manga, and I enjoyed it a lot. Ooh, um, from Stardust Memory,
Yes.
there is a manga for Stardust Memory,
Oh, did not know that.
and yeah, and the story goes a little bit different in terms of mobile suit development.
Hmm.
Not mobile suit development, but the mobile suits that we see, because that's where we also see the Pisalis with the missile launch, ballistic missiles backpack,
Okay. I better.
and It is also there that we get to see for the first time the G Line Full Custom. That's the name. The G Line Full Custom. It has better thrusters, a higher armor rating, and it gets a twin beam cannon on the shoulders, and it also gets a double beam sight.
Okay.
It is a very nice mobile suit. And one thing that gets skipped on in battle operation, because we get the full custom, but we don't get the actual full custom, because the full custom in the manga, it has a shield that has a grappling hook that can crush mobile suit cockpits. It is an amazing mobile suit. The way they present the full custom is like an all powerful mobile suit, mass produced mobile suit, because there's a team of three, if I'm correct.
Hmm.
Oh, but yeah. After that, we never get to see the G lanes again, which makes me sad. Oh. And there's no mention of the G lanes ever again.
Mm.
But that's the fate of a very obscure unit that
Yes, absolutely.
I seem to be the only fan of.
I understand that.
And something that made me happy in recent years is that they released a G line
Hmm.
model kit. But guess what? It's
What?
premium Bandai. It sucks. Why would they make it premium Bandai? It's a G line. I don't mind. I don't mind if they make the mission packs or the armor packs
Hmm.
like premium Bandai. Just give me the standard G line. I love the G line, please. Oh, the same with the Mark V Gundam Master Grade. It is a premium Bandai only. They're evil. Bandai is evil.
Yeah, they've got 45 years experience in figuring how to make people part with their money.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm thinking that once that I go back to Canada, I'm gonna get myself a G line
Hmm.
and a Mark V because I need them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, but the G lines are such a pretty mobile suit. But boom. Also, one of the very reasons that I really like the Titan's development is because they mentioned the G lines. They acknowledge the existence of the G lanes and how they help develop their technology.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that made me very happy. Seeing the whole graphics and seeing the G lanes in there be part of like oh hey, we took this from the G lanes. It made me happy. It's like, yes, they acknowledge it. It exists, it's canon. Um oh, but I had mentioned the Pale Riders, right?
I
Um
think that came up earlier. Yeah.
yeah, the Hades system, evil system. I don't know what's with the Federation and encasing new type souls into computers.
Well, part of it is to remind you that even they're not necessarily the good guys in the universe.
Yeah. Oh, because supposedly the end of the evil systems was the XM system
Hmm.
with the destruction of the Unit 1, 2, and 3 of the Blue Destinies.
Right.
But no, somehow the data from that XM system made it to the development of the Pale Rider. What is the Pale Rider? It's another high performance mobile suit that was supposed to be a new type destroyer, which,
Supposed to
by the
be.
way, supposed to be. Which, by the way, this all of these systems, evil systems, were meant to counter the abilities of a new type. So it was meant to make regular people be able to fight the new types without much difference in skills. Um, and it's because of the data of all of these systems, from the Hades system to the from the XM system to the Hades to the Nitro to the Alice, that we have the new type destroy system. from the unicorn.
Okay.
Yeah, all of these evil systems turned into an actual non-conscious system that it can still destroy the pilot, but if it's a new type, it should be able to handle it. Because the new type destroy system, I'm pretty sure that messed up something in Reedy's head, which is the Banshee's pilot.
Okay.
I'm very sure something broke inside him when he first tried the new type destroy system. You can see it in his face. He is in pain. But yeah, Hades system. Um, it is funny how the Pale Rider system was supposed to be a standalone project, but they somehow found a way to introduce more riders, which to me is a shame that they did not go with Kamen Rider aesthetic mobile suits. You have that whole rider part there. You can make that. You can make that a homage to Kamen Rider. It is also a pretty iconic franchise from Japan. But no, it's fine. Um okay. In the game from the side story game that came out from Battle Operation 2, which was Operation Fairy.
Hmm.
Uh, Let me look it up. The actual full name: Gundam Battle Operation Fairy. Code Fairy. There we go. Operation Code Fairy. It gets a game, and in this game, we are introduced to other riders. So apparently, the Pale Rider was meant to give birth to other systems and other riders that had very um, specific technology to their system. The Pale
Okay.
Rider was a very general unit. It had long range weapons. It was I cannot say it.
Maneuverable.
Maneuverable. There we go. What people want from a mobile suit, a better machine,
Hmm.
and it was meant to be mass produced. But hey, let's um let's make more of these to see what we can do.
Right.
So here comes the Red Rider, a melee specialized mobile suit. How many swords does it have? It has a shield that turns into a big sword, and aside from that, it has two beam sabers, and aside from that, it has a beam sword. I think.
Okay.
How many swords do you need? I don't know. Apparently, not a big sword that can cut a mobile suit in half with ease. Not a regular beam saber, but a big sword, like a genuine big sword.
Like the double Zetas.
Not like the bow satyrs, more like the sword from Berserk Guts' sword,
Hmm.
the big hunk of metal.
Right.
But instead of that, it's a beam saber.
Right. Well, you've seen the Mega Beam Saber from Double Zeta, right?
Yeah, think about that. It looks like a beam saber. This looks like a sword, like a big hunk of metal,
Okay, fair enough.
and it is as tall as the mobile suit, which at the time, which it was I think around 0080.
Hmm.
That is not normal. You do not need a sword that big. But hey, the Federation made it.
Right.
We were also introduced to the Black Rider, Spec Ops unit type unit. It had a camouflage. It had a jammer scrambling system, so that enemy radars did not work and their communications would not work. And it actually had camouflage. Like, it could turn invisible.
Okay.
Uh, it its system. Oh, and each of these riders has its own system. The Pale Rider has the Hades system. The Red Rider has the Ares system, like
Aries.
the god Ares.
Yep.
Yeah, The Black Rider has I don't know what system the Black Rider had. Uh
I'm noticing a Greek god theme here.
yeah, it is definitely a Greek god, but I don't remember which one was it. Active camo. It had the Themis system, which who's Themis? Oh, it's a goddess. It is the goddess of justice and divine order. Okay, that I did not know. I just learned something.
Nice.
Then there is the White Rider, which was a heavy weapons specialized mobile suit. Mm, it had what it's called a uh, I forgot the name of its weapon actually. White Rider. I want the White Rider, not the Black Rider. Uh, Here it is. Where is it? Where is it? Anyways, what I do remember from the White Rider is that its system was called the SUS system.
Okay.
Uh, okay, its weapon was called the Composite Shekinah uh, system, the prototype Composite Shekinah. What was that? It was a mix of a Gatling gun, a mega launcher, a missile launcher, all in one weapon, which did not make the unit very mobile.
No, I can imagine.
Um, yeah, because not only like I think it would make sense like if it were like evenly distributed, like one in one hand, the other in another hand. But no, the Shekinah composite system was meant to be a mass-produced weapon that could be given to any mobile suit,
Hmm.
and it was just a big chunk of metal with a Gatling gun, missiles, and everything.
I see.
And it was almost as tall as a mobile suit, and it could only hold it with one hand. So I see how that would work as a prototype uh, mobile suit for
Hmm.
further mass production.
Right.
Anyways, there's the Black Rider, Red Rider, White Rider, and I believe that's all of the riders. Um, yeah, because it was they were meant to symbolize the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Right.
That's why they were riders. Haha.
Makes sense.
um. Anyways, none of them made the cut. They were destroyed by the protagonist from the Code Fairy game.
Okay.
Mm. By the way, all of their pilots were crazy. I am not sure if they were crazy before they used the system, the Hades prototypes, Themis, Zeus, and Ares,
Hmm.
or if they became crazy after they used it. But you can kind of see that their pilots were crazy,
Yes.
and you did not like them at all. Anyways, from here we get the Pale Rider. Pale Rider was supposedly uh, built along this, but it was also meant to be like the final version of the Pale Rider of the Riders. So it was, in a way, the other riders were prototypes for the Pale Rider,
Hmm.
which kind of doesn't make sense since they were all prototypes and they were. Yeah, it was a big mess. That's what happens when you try to add more units to the lore and just say that, oh, they were prototypes. Wait, but the unit that we're making is a prototype.
Right.
So they're the prototypes for the prototype.
Exactly.
Yeah, which honestly is quite common in the Gundam lore. um, Anyways, from the Pale Rider, They say, you know what? We do not want to put this much stress on our pilots with the Hades system because Hades was bad. It was bad for the pilot, like really, 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 really bad. And it was also expensive to implement into a mobile suit. So I'm starting to doubt that they actually cared about the pilot, and it was more like, you know what, let's just save money.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And the Pale Rider was mass produced into the Pale Rider Cavalry.
Okay.
Uh, Imagine same specs, just a little bit cheaper. It does not have the specialized equipment that the Black Rider, the Red Rider, and the Pale Rider had, but instead it has a much easier to mass produce, downgraded Shekinah system. Instead of the big mega launcher, it has a beam cannon, which it makes sense to mass produce. You don't want a big weapon of mass destruction like the mega launcher.
Hmm.
Um, you can just make it into a beam cannon, which I think by the time a lot of models already had a beam cannons. I mean the G Line Full Custom had a twin beam cannons. There was the gun cannon too had a beam cannon. Um, the G Line no the Jim Jim Two Full Armor I think it was. We see it in Stardust Memory at the start.
Hmm.
Um, I think it was Jim Armor. No, it's not the Jim Armor. Jim
It was
Full
the GM
Armor.
custom.
Yeah, it's a Jim custom with armor. Anyways, that Jim has twin beam cannons, so it was apparently the beam cannons are pretty easy to mass produce. So let's just put it in the Shekinah system. Why not?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And they also downgraded the missiles, but it's fine. They were still good missiles. And that's how the Pale Rider came to me. It had oh, and guess what? A very niche weapon from the original Gundam made a comeback. The beam javelin.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the Pale Rider Cavalry gets that beam javelin, which is weird, considering that not a single mobile suit uses the beam javelin in in that part in that time of in that period of time of the UC.
Yeah.
It was kind of forgotten, much like the Hyper Hammer, which to be fair, they are pretty uh non-conventional weapons. I think a beam saber would be much easier to use than a beam javelin. But it's okay because the Pale Rider Cavalry also gets a beam saber. Anyways, later on, the Titans is trying to decide which mobile suit is gonna be their flagship mobile suit, the one that they would be they would give for all of their pilots. And the units competing are the Jim Quell and the Pale Rider Cavalry. But the Cavalry was a little too expensive to produce. So they turned the Cavalry into the Pale Rider 2, I believe. Uh, no, okay, no, it's not the Pale Rider 2. Uh, Dulahan. Oh, yeah, a Pale Rider D2. That becomes the mass a mass production unit. It does not have the Shekinah system. It does not have the beam javelin, but
Hmm.
it gets two standard beam sabers and it gets a standard beam rifle.
Okay.
High mobility mobile suit, everything nice, everything fancy. Um, but it was no cavalry and it was no pale rider, so they kind of went with the more flexible Jim Quell and the more flexible and easier to produce Jim Quell. Because to be fair, the Pale Rider D2 was still a very special, not specialized unit, but a very mm, what's the name? A very high performance unit.
Okay.
So yeah, they it was kind of rejected because it was a little too good and it was hard to mass produce.
Got it. Got it.
Hmm. And so the Jim Quell became the mainstay for the Titans, and then comes the Tier One Hazel and all of the things from the Titans that I love so much.
No, been really fun learning about it so far tonight. Um, Speaking of which, we're getting to be about 11:30 here, so probably closing in on time to wrap things up. Um,
Hmm.
but before we do that, here, let's go ahead and give you a look at the red Gundam here in particular. Started adding some plain red non-metallic highlights to it to bring out some of those
Ooh,
elements.
the red Gundam's looking really really nice.
Yeah, it's been a little tricky figuring some things out on these models because you know, they're so different design from traditional Gundam items. Um, and much more modern design, I guess you might say, than I'm accustomed to. So it's kind of figuring out where the panels are and things like that. But it's been
Yeah,
working our
it
way
is.
through.
It is a very non-traditional design.
Yeah. And then here's the other one. It's the G Fred, I believe you said.
Yep.
So
Oh, fun fact about the G-Fred. You
yeah,
see those cat ears?
yeah.
Uh, they're funnels.
Oh,
They
okay.
they can detach and shoot little beams. They're not very
Nice,
powerful.
nice. The G Quax itself, I'm just gonna spray paint that one to start that one again later, because that one was just yeah. So we'll come back to that. Um, but we're gonna be definitely be doing some more of this here. See, these guys are definitely gonna need probably another session or two, which we'll try and save for that for on stream. Um, Next week I'm gonna be having another friend in who's gonna be we're gonna be chatting about Gundam Wing and old school Toonami days and things like that. Um,
Hmm.
so but yeah, if you ever want to come back on and chat some more about stuff, then yeah, we're definitely down for that.
I would love to. I had a lot of fun japping just about the things I remember about Gundam development.
No, absolutely. And chat, I apologize. I know that there have been a couple of people requesting songs, and I kind of wasn't quite sure how to manage it with the format here, especially with the sound balancing issues from earlier. I've still got things queued up, and we will go ahead and play them out the next time we stream here. Um, but yeah, uh, so with that, New, do you have any recommendations on someone to visit here right now, or
Oh, let me see. Let me see. Uh, up, 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 not right now.
okay? Hmm.
Oh, before we go, Pale
Yes.
Rider history.
Okay.
I finished with this the Pale Rider history. Um, after the Pale Rider, the first Pale Rider was developed, there was a pilot that wanted one, but did not want the system. So they made him a whole other mobile suit. It's called the Pale Rider Dullahan. Why
Okay.
Dullahan? Because that's the headless rider.
Right.
Why headless? Because it does not have the system that lives inside the head of the mobile suit.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah. And so I think for our raid tonight, we're going to go ahead and raid our old friend Tia Dragon here. Or, sorry, it's Tiamato now. Got to get that right. She renamed it.
Yamato, tomato.
Yep. Um, and they're currently doing Outlast Trials. So that should be an interesting time out that way. um, but yeah, so like I said, next Tuesday we're gonna have our friend Nightwolf on. We're gonna be doing some Gundam Wing that time. and probably working another painting stream maybe over the weekend or something. So um, might do some more of the Warhammer for that. We might continue with these and see if I get them finished. Like I said, though, I do have the requests queued up so that we can go ahead and run them next time. I apologize to anybody who requested a song and didn't get to hear it tonight. um, but yeah, with that, hope everyone has a pleasant evening, and we will see you again soon.
Yippee! Bye bye.